All right, we're live. How is everybody doing? Hope your night's going well. Already been somewhat hectic last couple weeks. Obviously, we had the conclusion of the combine after we wrapped up our stream last week over the course of the weekend. Sorry about that. Combined with some trades that we've seen already start to filter in. Trent McDuffie in the Marcus Peters 2.0 trade. Number 22, cornerback for the Chiefs. 25-year-old Washington Husky. Traded to the Rams. Honestly, like it for both sides. The Rams are picking up a, known commodity, which you're not necessarily at 29 guaranteed to get a known commodity like that. I think there are... Trent McDuffie is a very good player. I think there are players in this draft that on paper, I think, play fairly similar to Trent McDuffie. It's hard to say how that's actually going to pan out by the time you get to the NFL level, and what kind of production you see comparatively to, what they did on college tape, what they do testing at the combine, things like that. But, big players make big plays in big moments, in big games, and there's a couple guys. Keontae Scott is one of them. D'Angelo Pons is one of them, that I think, on paper, I'm not saying that they are the same exact player, but they play a similar style of ball. Avion Terrell also could be in that conversation. Another guy that plays better at nickel, I think, than outside. Like McDuffie. McDuffie has shown that he can play outside. I think that he really exceeds and excels in the slot role. But the Rams' defensive scheme, I think, lines up pretty well with his skill set. And he'll be able to show some pops there. DJ Moore, earlier today, got traded. Again, in the time is a flat circle story of life, the Bills have a wide receiver from Maryland who has some off-field issues, we'll put it that way, and wind up moving on from him. And then Josh Allen can't get over the hump with the team that they have in place, and they go out and they replace him with a wide receiver from Maryland who has some attitude issues. Now, I will say this, I think DJ Moore's attitude issues are far significantly less.
Yeah, I don't even know what character issues. Like, I've heard that, when he doesn't get the ball, sometimes he's like a little upset about it. But like most receivers are. I mean,
right.
I don't know. I mean, there might be some other things behind the scenes, I guess, but he doesn't let it be shown. I feel like as much as Diggs did, at least. Because, like, especially at the beginning of his career, he was just, like, he never complained or talked bad, or, like, he was, I never would have thought that. But then, like, the last, like, year, I almost want to say since Ben Johnson's been there, but maybe it's been before, we've heard some stuff about that. So, like, who knows how
I think, it is. So, I think that he, from what I just glanced through, it basically seems like when he was with the Panthers, he was almost an anti-diva. Where he was happy being on a subpar team for the most part and playing his role and playing it very well. And then he got to Chicago and again got to kind of exceed and excel in that wide receiver one role. And then over the last 2 years, Chicago has gone out and just continued to like add to the room and not necessarily added like objectively, I don't think that Luther Burden is a better player than DJ Moore. I think DJ Moore is a better player. I don't think Keenan Allen is a better player than DJ Moore. I don't think, I mean, Colson Loveland again plays a different role, and
Rome is arguably could be better, but
correct. Rome is
you
an
know what I mean?
arguable one. Loveland, I think, is an arguable one, but like his target share has diminished rapidly over the last 2 seasons as Chicago has like built up to get better,
Yeah.
which is a weird concept, I guess. Like,
I also remember him being mad that they were going to lose Fields, which also seems a little weird. But
right.
when you think about it, like I do remember. I mean, sure, like
Well,
Caleb's shown he's better than Justin Fields,
right.
but
Part
I
of
think
that though
and,
is like we look at this. We've seen this before. You know, it happens all the time. You have a quarterback who is not the guy, but he is a guy, and he has the one guy on the team that he connects well with, and he can get the ball to that one guy.
They gained the chemistry, and I think DJ
Right.
Moore knew that Fields was looking for him all the time. And
Right,
he knew that would
but
come
what
with
I'm also
change.
saying is like, look at Tom Brady, look at Peyton Manning, look at these kind of caliber of quarterbacks. Like, how many passes did Tom Brady throw to their 7th round fullback / wide receiver hybrid? Like,
No.
Gunnar Olszewski was like had multiple receptions in that offense. Like, these top tier quarterbacks elevate all the guys around him to the point where like you're dinking and dunking, you're taking away from. I mean, Ben did it towards the end of his career. Rodgers has done it his entire career. Alan Lazard is like a 6th string receiver on most teams, and he's been one of Aaron Rodgers' favorite targets, which is a whole nother set of issues. But we don't need to talk about that one.
Little Jordan Humphrey when Bo Nix is throwing the ball to him.
Yeah, you know, but like Kenny Pickett, objectively not a great quarterback, but like kind of had a connection with Pickens somewhat.
Throwing the ball down the sideline, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's all that you really have to do. And Fields had that sort of connection. You get a guy who has a decent arm. Fields has a decent arm. And a guy who can be a true wide receiver 1. And all of a sudden, you know, you have a working partnership. Then you replace him with a more competent quarterback in Caleb Williams. And, you know, he can make more plays. He can make more things happen. But he's also getting out of the pocket. He's making plays with his legs. He's, you know, finding the open guy, and the open guy might be 3 or 4 guys in a Ben Johnson offense, as opposed to just DJ Moore is the only one open because his biggest threat is Cole Kmet. Like,
well, and they're also using him in that like hybrid gadget, like they did that a lot this year, where he's like in the backfield and like taking handoffs and like good for the team, but like probably not good for his own production because he's not getting as many.
Correct.
Just like wide receiver targets, like
correct.
He's having like
he's
Ben
still
Johnson's
stretching the field, and he's
open.
Correct. He almost turned into that Jameson Williams role in that offense somewhat. Right. It's not 1-to-1. I think that Ben Johnson is a smart enough and intelligent enough guy that he kind of ran the Bears' offense differently than the Lions' offense intentionally.
Right.
I would make an argument that I think the Bears actually had more weapons last year for sure, and probably the year before than what the Lions have. But that's also just because they're running their game scheme a little bit differently. The Bears are a little bit more pass heavy. The Lions are a little bit more run heavy. Obviously, the Bears don't have a Gibbs.
Yeah.
And frankly, they don't even have a Jordan Montgomery, or David Montgomery.
No.
Shout out Jordan Montgomery. Where's he pitching this year?
Good question. I don't remember.
The Rangers. Is that right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was going to be wrong. I was going to say, like, Cardinals.
I thought it was the Rangers, and then I couldn't remember if that was, like, 2 years ago or some shit. Either way. Irrelevant. I'm picking first. We have not talked about this since week 1. Fernando Mendoza is the pick.
I don't know, man. Ty Simpson height.
Mm-hmm. Also, do we want to do trays starting this week, or do you want to kick that to next week once the actual off-season gets underway?
I think if we see something like so crazy, like it's just so obvious that all right, like this team's probably trading, we could like talk about it and maybe do it.
Okay.
But like, we don't have to force any. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
there's probably going to be trades. It's still so far away. It's hard, but like if there's something that seems
Right.
obvious,
Which is honestly, that's usually what we wind up doing with our trade ones.
right?
Unless we have a couple that we just want to
Or
go super trade heavy, that kind of thing. Like, yeah,
yeah, just give scenarios. But yeah, I mean, I don't think we should. Again, like if if we see something that sticks out to us, we could like
right.
say, hey, like maybe this is an option, and then see where it goes. But yeah,
Yeah, it's fair.
like here, like the Jets, I think with them, um, moving off of Jermaine Johnson,
Mm-hmm.
I think I mean, they don't have to, but like I think they've kind of accepted that they're just taking their favorite edge rusher, knowing that they
Mm-hmm.
have the choice.
Mm-hmm.
So whereas I thought this might be a place that could be a trade down, and like it still could be, but I think that they've kind of signed up to be like, we're taking one of David Bailey, Ruben Bain, Arvell Reese, and like maybe Sonny Styles. I know that's not an edge rusher, but like I
Mm-hmm.
think there's like a world where they just fell in love with him and like they do that, but
He does
I
seem like
doubt
an
it.
Aaron Glenn kind of player.
Yeah, I mean, and he's good enough to go this high.
Yep.
But if they hadn't traded Jermaine Johnson, I might be leaning that way right now. But the fact that they traded him, I think it was intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think I'm just gonna give him. I think it's David Bailey or Arvell Reese. I don't think it's Bain as of right
Mm-hmm.
now. I would take Bailey if it was me. I don't know that we've had Reese go that early in a while, and I've heard
I
some
think
like,
I had Reese last week to them.
did you
I'm
take him
pretty sure.
too? Okay,
I think. Hold on. Don't quote me on
not that
that.
it
But I
matters.
thought so.
I'm between one of those two. I would take Bailey. I think that they. The only thing is, I think they might covet Arvell Reese for his versatility. I think he needs a lot of work as a pass rusher, though. I know that's where he wants to play, and obviously, if the Jets took him at 2, that's how they would deploy him as mostly an edge rusher
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did
with
take him last week. By the way.
versatility to be used. So yeah, I think if they're going for a pure edge rusher, they probably go David Bailey. The argument I have for Ruben Bain is if they just want to really become more physical, they've
Mm-hmm.
already added Tavondre Sweat, right? And then you
Mm-hmm.
add a guy like Ruben Bain off the other
Mm-hmm.
edge, and then I'm gonna talk myself into it maybe, but I would take David Bailey, but I think I've talked myself into going Ruben Bain. I'm going a full 180 here.
I like it. I
I
don't think
would
we've
go
done that in a
Bailey.
mock yet either, so I like that.
No, and I think them doing that thing with Sweat, like the trade, I think they're trying to be more physical.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the physical edge guy to take here. I know
Mm-hmm.
there's the arm length thing. There's a possibility he's probably going to fall to the Chiefs at 9. To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
that's probably what's going to happen. But
It's
yeah,
funny because I was actually thinking the Chiefs could be, if they wanted to, the Chiefs could be one of the teams that trade up
they got
with
the
the
picks.
Jets here. They could trade up from with 9 and 20, whatever, and maybe you have to
Mhm.
throw in more. I don't have a trade value chart in front of me, and I don't really care. But
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I think they definitely could. I think with most mocks and just how the draft goes, like they're more than likely going to get a pick at 9 of one of like
100%, one of 3 or 4
Bain,
guys that they could really
Caleb
want. Yeah.
Downs, Jeremiah Love. You know what I mean? So like, and their cap isn't like amazing. They have some big contracts that they've given out.
Yeah.
So I think the more players that they could draft, they probably would prefer the volume. But if they're like in love with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely see them just like a
You
team wants
also,
to.
I guess, too, you have to wonder cap wise too. Does 9
Right.
plus 20 whatever slot value cost you more than number 2 long term, like that kind of stuff too? I don't think that's the end all be all, frankly, but it's a factor.
No, the cap is fake.
Correct. Um, yeah, I like that it's something different. If I recall correctly, the drafts so far for the Jets have been Bailey week 1,
I've
Downs
done
week
Bailey twice.
2, Bailey week 3, Reese last week 4, and this is the 5th mock draft that we're doing, and we go Bain.
Yeah,
So,
I
I mean,
like
there's
that.
obviously an obvious theme there between edge rushers, even before the Jermaine Johnson trade. The one week where I had Downs, I did specifically talk about potentially looking at a trade down. And I still, like I just talked about, I still think that's an option. Um, because, like you talked about, if they have a similar grade on David Bailey, Arvell Reese, Ruben Bain, and they have Caleb Downs and whoever else all in that conversation, you know,
And they could add like a 1 next year, which I doubt someone's doing that in this class, but like, or they add like another 2 this year and a 2 next year.
right?
And
But the teams that you can move around with, like the Giants sitting here with pick number 5, like they could throw in something extra. They could throw you their 2 this year. Or they could,
the Commanders need an edge rusher. Like if they're like really hurting for one, like and they really want one, I can see them doing that. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I think they're hurting on picks. I don't think they have a lot of picks.
I'm pretty sure they're hurting on picks because they moved a lot last year for aging guys, and I also don't know.
Lattimore, they just cut.
Yeah. Laramie Tunsil, who they've talked about moving on from too, if I remember correctly.
I think Debo too.
Yep. Which is another thing I was going to point out. Like they almost need to just have a full reset. Like I get that they thought that Jaden Daniels played really well the first year, and you're on the precipice. You get. Did they get to the championship game?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they did.
How the heck? Okay, never. Yeah, but you think you're on the precipice, and then you have some injuries last year, and you get a little bit unlucky. You play a harder schedule, and things start to kind of fall apart. I also, just throwing this out there, I could see the same type of thing happening. I don't think it's going to be as bad. But I think the Patriots are in for a similarly disappointing season next year.
Agreed.
Just because they had such an easy schedule this year. Now, I will also say this. I think that the Patriots roster right now is built better than the Commanders roster was going into last season.
Also agree.
The Commanders,
I also think it's better. But
I also agree with that. The Commanders roster after the championship run was like kind of made out of paper mache, and the fact that they even got that far was kind of a miracle. And then they just like threw some plaster of Paris on top of the paper mache, but they really didn't fundamentally structure anything better. And then obviously last year played out the way that it played out. But Cardinals are tough. Also, by the way, Thieneman is now at 11 on the PFF big board.
Bro.
I
hate it because there's no way I'm getting it now.
There's some big changes here. That Blake Miller's up into the first. Omar Cooper's up into the first.
I'm not going to say I was on that one either, or that one.
My boy Max is up to the early second.
Yeah, higher.
They dropped Hill into the 70s.
Let's go! I was all over that too.
Yeah, I mean, but I'll take him at.
That seems a little low, but
it seems aggressively low. Well, I'm not saying that I loved him, but like they now have him.
He was a little.
They have him below Reese Styles, C.J. Allen, Jacob Rodriguez, Golday, Trotter, and Kyle Lewis.
Trotter, I would rather have.
Sorry, they have him at 92. Wow. Not 70.
Well, right. I think
to me, I have no issue with Reese, Styles, Allen, Rodriguez, and Golday. To me, Trotter, Lewis, and Anthony Hill is all just kind of a pick your flavor.
Yeah, Trotter's the downhill run stuffer who can blitz, but in coverage he's probably going to get burnt. Lewis is
more or less how I feel about Anthony Hill too.
I think Hill, to me, like they're similar. I think Hill is a little bit more polished than Trotter. I think I would rather have Hill than Trotter, but that's close. Lewis, it depends on what defense you run, because I think I like Kyle Lewis a little more than Hill, but it's close.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It's picking
Hill has
more. Like if this was 65, 68, and 70, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But 65, 68, and 92 feels aggressive to me.
Well, I think that they didn't update it to their big board. They've updated it to what they think was going to happen.
That's fair.
Based upon what they've heard.
That's fair.
And not saying that it's going to be right, because obviously you don't know. And they probably have moved him too far down. Yeah, exactly. I think I've heard that he didn't interview well either, and I think teams don't know if he can handle the calls.
Well, Mekhi Lennon's at 15, so I don't want to hear about it.
At middle linebacker, well, that's too high for him. He's my wide receiver 8, and no, I'm just kidding. I do actually think
I don't know what you're
I
talking
don't
about.
know
I don't
how I
know why you
feel.
be talking about my boy like that.
I might be taking Omar Cooper over him, but that's just my love for Omar Cooper is just keeps rising every day. They're going in opposite directions. I think Lemon's an awesome player. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna let him kind of doing really really bad in some of those interviews like completely like ruin how I feel on his tape because
Hmm.
he's still an awesome player. So like,
Yeah.
but it is something to think about
Yep.
because I've also heard that in personal interviews he came off as like he didn't care.
Yeah, I've heard
So
that too, but
whether it's true or not, I don't know.
then I also think about the fact that some team told Fernando Mendoza to get arrested so that he would drop in the draft. So like, we're
Yeah.
almost into full smoke and mirror season where
Oh, for sure, for
let's
sure.
just throw out a team here and say that the Steelers, Bills
Hmm.
sat down early with Lemon and said, "Listen, you know, we think you're a good player. We think you might have a spot on our team, but we don't really have the capital or we don't really want to have to move up. So why don't you just, you know, put
Cost
on a
yourself
gas
millions of
mask,
dollars.
you know?"
Cost yourself millions of dollars.
Yeah, well, there's certain players that would do it.
I don't know if he seems like that to me, but I'm not making any
Did you
assumptions.
watch the interviews? It doesn't seem like he's not that
Not
kind of
making.
guy, you know? Anyway, I think we've given the Malinoa like 3 of the 4 weeks so far. Maybe
Really?
not.
I know I've done it once at least that I
I
can
think I did
remember.
it once at least.
So at least two. I man, I legitimately think they could. I talked about this last week. I legitimately think they could go Jeremiah Love. I don't think they should, but I think they could.
Yeah, I know. I think they could too.
I
I
think
just
they could.
don't like it because to me, I don't think Trey Benson is a one long term,
No,
but I think
but
that you
he's been
can get a
hurt. He just keeps
compliment to Trey Benson in the
hurt.
third, fourth,
Sure.
fifth round, and
Yeah. I don't think it would be smart.
it's kind of like the whole Jamar Chase, Penei Sewell thing
Well,
back with the Bengals, and how's that worked out so far? Shout
I
out,
don't
I
think
was
they
all
would
over
take
that
Chase
for
over
many
Sewell
years.
though.
What?
I don't think they would change that though.
Maybe not, but after Joe Burrow's died 8 times on the field and now is
Well, I
suicidal
don't know
over the
that
game of
Sewell would
football,
have been enough to help. They need
it wouldn't have
an O
hurt.
line. No, no,
You wouldn't have had to go
I don't
trade
know.
for Orlando Brown or whatever they did with him. Signed him, I guess, out of free agency.
I think for the Cardinals, like because the offensive line prospects, there's some like solid ones, but there's not a like dude from the Chargers. Can't think of
Rashawn
his name.
Slater.
No, other guy, Joe Alt.
Oh,
Like a guy like that, where it's like this guy is a franchise offense. Like I don't know that I love Maui Noah so much, but I think because of that, like if they think Love is just the best prospect, and
mhm.
like he might be
I
the
mean,
best prospect here, like
here's the
he's
other
crazy.
issue with both of these things. The offensive line free agency class is pretty solid. The running back free
Yeah,
agency class is very solid. So it's
yeah.
hard to sitting here today in any draft that we've done before this, and honestly, even by next week, it still might be difficult because a lot of these chips aren't going to have fallen yet.
Right.
But
I'm not saying I would take him for sure. I'm just saying
I'm going to
by
take
because I think
Malinoa, and my reason for that is I think that I watched an interview of him. I'm sure you saw it too, where he basically talked about like, listen, I just
he's
want to
gonna
play
play any
football.
position.
Like I got
Yeah.
I got there and I was playing tackle in Miami, and I said to the guy like, give me some reps at guard, give me some reps wherever. There's 5 positions on the offensive line, and I'm gonna be one of the best 5 at one of those 5 positions. And
Yeah.
to me, that's just the right mindset. You see all these guys who get to the bigs, and they played tackle during their career. I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna keep playing tackle. Will Campbell.
Yeah.
And you wind up in a situation where 2, 3 years from now, you're worried about, well, can we actually move this guy, Makai Becton? And then maybe in the right scheme, the right system, you move him, and they have some success, and then they go out and they sign a free agency contract and they suck really, 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 really bad, and then they get cut because they played really, 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 like 44 out of 44, according to PFF.
Yeah.
Shout out, one of the worst companies in professional football. And now here we are. But for a team like the Cardinals, I think he would be an instant starter at right tackle right now. If you address right tackle in free agency, he could bump into guard. Like they need so much. The only position that I really feel good about their offensive line is Paris Johnson.
Agreed.
So maybe
Yeah, I
he
agree.
plays next to Paris Johnson. You just have the most dominant left side of the offense, and you just run stretch left every time. I don't know, but
No, I mean you don't need to sell me on it for sure. I mean, like
maybe they
I'm there with you
trade.
there.
Maybe they trade
That's
Marvin
right.
Harrison for the 5th pick
Ben Powers.
and can double down.
Ben Powers and pick 30.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and okay, and they can have little Jordan Humphrey. I guess.
It'd be funny if you traded the Mims, Marvin for Marvin.
Oh, I would do that, but I would still be a little sad. But I would do that.
No. It'll be okay. You'll pick up freaking what's his face from Georgia, who went Zachariah Branch.
Yeah.
Go be your Marvin Mims. Anyway, what do you want to do with the Titans?
I've already given him Sonny Styles, and I'm moving on.
I like that.
They're. I
He
think
feels like a solid player, which I think we talked about before.
Yeah, I think I said this last week. Because I might have given him to the Giants. I don't remember if I did. I think we did because
Because you said he was a
because we
horrible
talked
type of
about-
player. Actually, you
Yeah.
definitely did because we talked about how bad their linebacking
Okay.
core was, and that was before they
And
cut.
guess who just got
what's his
released?
face. Jesus Christ!
I just think he's going top 5. I just think he's going top 5. He's too good not to go top 5. Salah's
Yeah.
gonna love him. The only argument I have against it is this: Salah gets he gets such good linebacker play out of just like people that are like players that are not that good.
Yep.
Like he's done it everywhere. He did it with the Jets, like undrafted guys. I can't think of the guy's name with the Jets. Who's a linebacker now? He's got a big contract.
Quincy.
Can't remember his name. Quincy Robinson.
Quincy Williams.
I think you're right. William. Yep. That's it. And last year with the 49ers, when Warner was hurt a little bit and they lost Greenlaw, like they were throwing nobodies out there, and their linebackers played really good. So like maybe he thinks. I mean, they
could
Cedric
get
Gray.
a Quay Walker or something like that too. I think.
Yeah,
in
and
free
they
agency.
could.
There's
They
young
have
guys there.
Cedric Gray. They can definitely. They could draft. And this linebacker class is deep. Tell me he couldn't
Yep.
just draft like Kyle Lewis in the 2nd or 3rd round,
Yeah.
or whatever, like Anthony Hill or someone like that. And but at the end of the day, think about what he's done with those guys. Now, what could he do with Sonny Styles? Like, I mean, I don't know. Sonny Styles could be the best linebacker in the league in 2 years. So.
Yeah, or
It's hard
Salah's
for me to
convinced
see
that
him.
he's going to wind up playing free safety over the top, and
He can play anywhere. Stupid, insane. But yeah, I just can't.
lines him up at
I
punt returner.
I know you might have taken him at 5. But I just can't have him fall past 5. So
No, and I
not
don't
sure
have a
he
problem
was.
with that, but now I'm thinking about Arvell Reese, and it's just, calling to me like the Green Goblin mask with their 3 edge rushers and 1 hybrid edge rusher linebacker already. It just seems very interesting to me.
I wonder
Something to
if the
consider.
Giants would trade with the Cowboys here. I know they're same division, but I know the Cowboys are like, let's go get David Bailey and
Ew.
Arvell Reese.
Gross. Maybe. I don't like it, though. I don't think I'm going to do it. I have a thought. Do I like that thought? Not really. I thought about going Caleb Downs because I was going to make a joke about the Ravens always winding up with a disgustingly good safety and how Harbaugh would love a disgustingly good safety.
Did you hear about like the ACL thing that people are talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm wondering if
Yeah, and I also have heard from the Pat McAfee show, shout out to one of the most reliable sources in sports media, that they reach out to multiple NFL teams and that there's no like multiple teams said, yeah, there's no flags on his medical record. It's some team in the 20s trying to make him drop.
Yeah.
But then again, this is also around the same time that was it David Johnson? No, Todd Gurley's knee issues came out right around the combine, and lo and behold,
Was there somebody last year too?
Are you talking about Spears?
I know there was
not
Will
having
Johnson,
his
but
ACLs?
no, it was a couple
Well,
years
Will
ago.
Johnson did have that. Yeah,
That was always
a
a thing
That
with
was
him,
a thing.
though. Yeah. I don't know what I'm thinking
I
of.
forget if there's
Oh,
another
well.
one. The Green Goblin Mask is also calling me for taking Cam Scatterboo replacement.
Apparently they're gonna get Ken Walker.
Mm-hmm. Right, but to me, the interest in Ken Walker, when you're picking at 5 and you know that you have a decent shot at Jeremiah Love, like, we talked about it before, this feels like a very Saquon Barkley-esque prospect. It just seems,
Yeah.
And I would argue personally, that the Giants' offensive line right now, without any adjustments, is better than the offensive line that they had when they drafted Saquon Barkley. Mainly because I think that was the worst offensive line in all of professional football at the time.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It also didn't help that, I think they had Andrew Thomas at the time, but he was just hurt. Like, they drafted him, after Barkley, I think.
I think they drafted him 2 years after getting Barkley.
Maybe it was 2. Regardless, their offensive line was bad.
Barkley was 2018,
It's 18 or 19.
right? Dude, he's 29 years old. That makes me feel old. 2018. So yeah, 2 years. Shout out to his uncle Iran Barkley. Hope he's doing all right recently. Wide receiver is another position here that we could look at. Carnell Tate, I think, would be fun in that system. Jackson Dart.
That's what I was thinking.
I think I'm between one of those three. Reese, Love, or Tate. What? Is there an argument for, a true cornerback 1? Paulson Adebo,
There's an argument.
Deontay Banks, Cordell,
Fly's a free agent, right?
Thank you, Seth.
I mean, there's
I did bomb that joke. I appreciate that. Cheers. That's pretty nice. Cigar City Brewing came out with, I think it's new. It's called Sumo Splash. It's a lager with watermelon flavor. That's pretty refreshing.
Nice.
Which is definitely what we need on March 5th at 7:54 p.m. on a 40-degree day. But, we ball.
Yeah, of course.
Where was I? I'm giving him Tate.
There we go. Yeah, seems like a good fit to me. I think we did that last week, too.
We've also had Indiana, Miami, Ohio State so far, so that's fun.
Well, can we make it another...
MLB Show 26 does look pretty good. I was actually talking to Crush about this earlier. I was fully planning on not buying it this year when they basically said, yeah, we're not getting rid of PCI shrinkage on outside sliders. Deal with it. Use the systems that we put in place for you, assholes. And then I was like, all right, fuck you then. I'm not buying your game. And then they backtracked that today and said it's not going to be in the game. So I went on the store, saw that I had a 10% off offer. One thing led to another, and now the game's installed on my Xbox.
Had a couple drinks.
Not even that yet. I did tell Nikki this, and I was like, yeah, I wasn't going to buy the game this year, but
She's probably sure.
She was like, all right, well, how much is it? I said, I bought it already. She goes, well, then what was the point of this conversation? And I said, just so that you knew that I wasn't going to.
Yeah. I wasn't planning on it. Just
yeah. 81, that sounds nice. It's like when I have those conversations, where I say, You know, this is the joke that I would have made, but I am not going to make that joke because I think it would have been offensive to you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, well,
Mm-hmm.
didn't you just say that though? And I said, well, no, because I was going to, but I actually didn't say it. So that's why I told you that I was thinking it, but I didn't say it. So I should really be rewarded for not saying the thing that I just told
Agreed. I'm on board.
you. Yeah.
I'm on your side.
Yeah.
Um, I, maybe I'm just doing this because want to like make something happen, but I genuinely feel like with the picks they have, the Cowboys are if Reese and Bailey keep like if they're here at 6, like I think they're gonna try to get one because they're not because those guys aren't making it to 12. Like they're not surviving
Mm-hmm.
Commanders, Chiefs, Bengals, like it's just not happening.
And you
So
also
like
have the opportunity to jump a division rival who
correct.
are probably going to target one.
And I've heard the Browns really like Monroe Freeling. New head coach
That checks out.
knows Kirby Smart really well, knows the Georgia system really well. I'm sure he knows Monroe Freeling really well.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard he likes him a lot. I think they could probably move down and get him if they move down a few picks.
Mm-hmm.
I think let me see. Okay, let me see what the Cowboys have. I won't make this super lengthy, but let's say they wouldn't move 12 and 20, and I don't think the Browns care. They have another first round pick this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think they would probably be asking for. I guess my issue here is Dallas doesn't have a lot of picks after 20.
Joe
I think
Milton.
what they would
Joe Milton.
what they would.
Joe Milton.
Oh nope, not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Nope. 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 The Cowboys love Joe Milton. They're not going to move him. I think if they move up from 12, I think they're probably going to want to try to move down from 20 to get more because they don't have their next pick's at 112.
Mm-hmm.
So to make this happen, I don't think trades this year are going to be super expensive. I truly don't. Especially once you get like out of the top 4 or 5. I know we're still like top 10, but like moving from 6 to 12, I wouldn't be surprised if it cost like if they move their 2 next year in a way better class and they have 2 1s next year, that being the Cowboys, and then they moved another pick like I don't know. Like I just don't think they're gonna have to give up 2 1s. It's like the year that the Dolphins moved up to get Dion Jordan at 3.
Jesus Christ.
I think they moved from like 12 to 3, and they gave up like 12 and pick 40
yeah,
or something like that to move up to move to the top 3. And I could be wrong. So now you have to look.
Let's see.
It was 12. Okay. Wasn't it like 12 and pick 40?
It's just his first third.
Like 60?
Let's see.
Well, regardless, I really think the only thing holding me back is like sure they don't have picks from 20 to 112, but again, I think they would try to move 20 down. Obviously, they're not be able to, but I think the pricing
12 and
was going to be
42.
it was close. It wasn't 40. Still, that's cheap. Nowadays, that would be 12, 42 next year's first. You know, like at least because the 49ers gave up more than that to move up around the same. I think less spots.
Dude, what a draft, bro.
Yeah. Oh, I remember how bad that one was. Yeah, rough. Lane Johnson. Shout out Lane Johnson, bro.
Lane Johnson,
Shout
Eric
out Lane
Fisher
Johnson.
actually turned into something decent
He
at
was
some point in time.
okay. Yeah, he was okay.
Remember Luke Jokel? Because I barely do.
I
until
do.
I saw his name.
I do.
Ziggy Ansah, my boy. I loved his cards in Madden every year.
Sure, he was
Said they
athletic.
would always talk about how he was from Ghana or whatever. And Sheldon Richardson, is he still active?
No, I don't think so.
He finally retired?
If he's not, I'm
never mind.
surprised.
I'm just retarded. You know what? I have merged Sheldon Richardson and Leonard Williams into the same player in my mind.
Yeah.
Whoops. Shout out Kyle Long. Shout out Tyler Eifert. Shout out Bjorn Werner.
Matt Elam. Remember he was Thought he was gonna be really good.
Manti Te'o.
Sylvester Williams said like he played well for the Super Bowl year, and that's like
I
all he
remember
did.
that.
2 years. He
Dude,
he played good
Tank
for like 2 years.
Carradine.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm just gonna sit here live one day
K'Von
and
Short
just
was
read
awesome.
through old drafts.
Kiko Alonso, obviously I liked from Oregon, and he's a linebacker.
Vance McDonald, shout out the Vanimal, ended Chris Conti's career. Monty Ball. All right, that's enough of
Swearinger.
that. I should probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this trade because I just want to. Okay,
Yep.
I just want to do it. I don't know what they're gonna give up. 12, a second next year, and a third next year. Let's say in 28 they could even send a 3 or 2 or something like that. I don't fuck.
They're
But-
gonna trade their first for the next 6 years when they approve that.
Oh well, I mean the Browns are probably wanting it, so yeah. Sounds like they're the team, so we're gonna force that trade. It's gonna be something like that. Cowboys pick at 6 now. The Browns, I think, are fine moving down there, getting more capital probably next year. The class is really good. They might need to still move up for a quarterback next year. The more picks, the better. And I'm giving the Cowboys David Bailey because I think he's the best pure edge in the draft. I know there's like, oh, get Arvell Reese because it's like Michael Parsons. I think Arvell Reese would disappoint a little bit if you think he's just going to immediately be Michael Parsons. So
Right.
I think Bailey's just a better pure rusher and just a better player right now. And if they're going to move up, I think that they would want the guy who's, I think he's more, he's safer, and to me he still has is as high of a ceiling. He just in space playing off the ball, no, but as a rusher and a run stopper on the edge, I think he's better. So
Yeah, I agree with that. And man, like,
and Texas player, so
Mhm.
Texas Tech player.
There's a strong argument to me that Arvell Reese just feels like for the right team who can afford to do this, and I understand that's a big part of this, he would be so sick playing off-ball linebacker.
He could be,
Like,
yes,
His lateral movements
in the right
and-
team,
and, like,
sure.
and the scheme, like I'm
Just
taking
put him
him
and
to the
Sonny
Commanders.
Styles
I'm
next to each
taking him to
other.
the Commanders because
Yeah.
I think
'Cause of
he's
Dan
a
Quinn.
Dan Quinn type of player, but he really, really, really feels like a Dan Quinn linebacker to me more than a Dan Quinn edge rusher. And they might have a bigger need at edge than linebacker, but like I think he would be really
Use him
special.
both a little bit.
I think he could
Let
be
him play
really special.
linebacker and let him blitz up the middle. Let him, and you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you don't have to blitz him from the edge.
yeah. I
Just
mean,
play
I'm
him.
saying if he can play, I think he can be Bobby Wagner in a Dan Quinn style defense.
Down the road, sure. I agree.
So
He has the potential. I have a hard time not giving the Saints Jeremiah Love. I just do. I think I did it 2 weeks ago. But if he's here, I don't think he's here. I know he keeps making it here. I genuinely think he's going before this. Someone's moving up to get him. I don't. Maybe it's even like Cowboys. I don't know if they move up for him because they paid Javonte. But like I have a hard time seeing him making it. Like he definitely could, and it's not me just like, oh, I don't want him to go to the Chiefs.
it's
like
one of those.
there's other
weird-
players here that
Right. It's one of those weird things
I
where
don't know.
like there's a lot of players in this draft class. We've talked about this draft class isn't very good, but like I still love these guys regardless because I
Yeah.
have a problem.
Well,
And
there's still good players. It's
Right.
just the fact that there's not the quarterbacks. That's part of it that hurts,
that's fair.
and the fact that there's not like there's good edge rushers. There's two, in my opinion, elite, and the other ones have potential. And then like the offensive line, like I talked about earlier, it's not.
It's like one guy,
It's
and then
just
potential with
pretty
other guys.
good, right?
It's-
There's no, like,
it's
this
depth
guy
and not
is a left
outliers.
tackle.
Yeah,
Right. Like, there's no, like, this is the left tackle of the future for your team forever, no matter what. Like,
Right.
it's guys who, like, maybe
yeah.
they're better
I mean,
at
the
guard.
closest
Like,
to that
tackles
is
that are
what,
better.
Freeling, right? I guess.
Freeling, yeah, sure. It's Freeling, and then maybe Blake Miller. I know that's just me. Like, but like, they're not that
Miller
guy.
played mostly
you know what I
right tackle, though, right? Am I making that up?
mean?
He played a little left in 24.
Yeah, I think I remember. Was that the Senior Bowl?
I'm not saying he couldn't
There
do
was
it,
some.
but
Yeah, sure. But like guys that I would be comfortable playing left
Right.
tackle, I guess is what
That's
my
fair.
brain was thinking.
that's fair.
But yeah, Freeling is the only one that like one of the top guys that was actually playing left tackle at a high level. I guess what Caleb Lomu was playing it, but he's a good player, but not like the guy you're just like for sure slotting in as your starter
Right.
no matter what.
And he's also pretty
But
raw, so you're basically relying on a
right,
growth element there too.
right. I think I would be if I'm the Saints. I do think they probably go offense. I know Vega is an option for sure. I know they could go D line or like even an edge still. Like I think they could use an edge. I think Cameron Jordan um is probably not going to be there. He might be a Bronco now that we're not going to sign JFM. Definitely see that. So, but in terms of just like talent and what's there, I think I'm going Jeremiah Love. Yeah,
I like that.
I just think he's the best player, and I think that they just need playmakers. Kamara's not the same. Can't all be Olave. He's probably not going to play the full season. He played like the full season last year. Odds are he probably won't play the full season this year. I hope he does, but yeah, I think they would be ecstatic if he's there.
I like that. I'm not crazy. McDuffie was like almost exclusively playing nickelback for the Chiefs, right? Like that is a thing.
They moved him around.
I know he played some outside, but like almost exclusive. Like he played majority slots. You know what I mean?
I don't know because when he played us, he pretty much covered Sutton the entire game. I feel like.
All right.
I think he followed sometimes because Sutton actually destroyed him, and it was a huge thing. Like he couldn't cover Sutton for some reason. I don't know why, but
like
Sutton
6 inches on him. Giggity.
Probably the size, yeah. But like in the red zone, yeah, Sutton just would burn him. I think he primarily does play nickel, but I think he did follow like the best wide receiver sometimes too.
So I'm trying to think if I
could definitely see them go corner
like
for
go
sure.
Delane or McCoy, you know.
Or
if I should wait until pick 29 or 40 and go after like a Keontae Scott.
Sure.
You know what I mean? In my mind, I think looking at their roster, I think that Noel Williams played decently, and I think that like Jalen Watson.
He played really well. He actually played really well. I think Watson's that's probably why they moved.
But like Chris Roland Wallace, I don't think is a startable guy next year.
No, they'll probably have
to. They need safety so bad. How do I not give them downs? Like, I think I did this 2 weeks ago, which is why I don't want to. But how can I not at this point with the roster looking the way that it does?
Yeah, it's tough. I don't think. I think they can't really lose here. I think they're going to get a player that's going to help them. Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you. You don't want the Bengals to get him. Even though Dylan Bateman will still be sick. I don't have him super far off from Downs. I have Downs obviously better, but like if you want someone a little more athletic, I would not blame you for not. I don't want to say preferring him. I don't think there's any. You shouldn't go over him, but I don't know. He's just such a good player. Bengals, they just need. I'm not going to give him Thiedemann, but I think this would be like the earliest he could go. I don't think I'd like right here. I just don't see it. I think it's probably later in the first round. I'm just hoping that he falls with the Broncos.
I will say Spencer... if Downs goes earlier,
sure,
then you start having those conversations because at that point, who's the next free safety or the next safety to go between McNeil, Warren, and Thiedemann? You know, I could also. I was going to talk about that. I just don't think the Chiefs could justify taking Thiedemann over Downs, but
no, probably not. Unless they were actually
Chiefs kind of guy. Unless they were very concerned about the medicals.
The medicals, and they wanted someone with a little more length and athleticism. Right. I think that's what Thiedemann has on him is just the length and athleticism.
I've heard Spencer. Wanting, but...
Sure, yeah. I've heard Spencer Fano might actually be playing center. People like him at center a lot, apparently. I've heard that multiple spots. He never played center, but I've heard that some teams think he could play center. So that type of versatility to me, like to a team that needs offensive line help, I am considering him to the Bengals. I think I would still go Vega over him personally. Do I think the NFL will go Vega over Fano? I don't know. Especially because Fano has tackle. Obviously, he played only tackle. So, like, he's someone you could kick out to tackle, even if you're going to play him at guard or center or whatever. But he's a people mover, man. Like, he needs, like, if you're going to keep him at tackle, obviously needs some work and pass protection. I feel like he's a little raw. But I think he's just a people mover type of a guy. But yeah, I think I've heard that from Kyle Krabs and Joe Marino were talking about it, but I don't remember who they were hearing it from. And then I think I heard it from Connor Rogers as well. Again, don't know if he was actually Connor Rogers was at the combine giving interviews and talking to like GMs and like scouts and stuff. So I'm assuming he heard it from that type of buzz. But
right.
Anyways, I'm not giving them Fano. I just it was interesting to me. See them liking Caleb Banks. I think I'm gonna give them Vega, but I just think they still need so much help on defense. But finally protecting Burrow, I think Vega's too good to not give him here, so I'm gonna go Vega.
I like that. That's upsetting for the Dolphins.
Yeah, probably. I mean, they're still both corners here, obviously. I do think there's a chance they like a wide receiver here. I think.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
they
just
could
trying
be
to get into
another
the
team that likes
mindset of what
Fano too.
That's what I was going to talk about. I'm trying to get into the mindset of the Packers when I'm thinking about this because it's the Packers South now.
They
right?
like versatile offensive linemen.
Like versatile offensive linemen, and specifically they just build up the trenches. Like that's one of their calling cards. They don't take first round wide receivers. They don't generally take first round cornerbacks, despite their fans begging them for it. Like they just don't do it. So
typically. Yeah.
So it's hard for me to not take Fano. So I'm going to do that.
I think he's a good pick for them. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'm giving the Browns Freeling because this is the reason why I had them moving down to do this, and I think I've heard from multiple spots that they like Freeling, and the justification for it makes sense to me because now they have a right tackle and this is their left tackle. To me, like you don't want to bank on DeJuan Jones. I don't think with his health.
Really?
And I would move him into guard.
If only somebody had seen that coming.
I didn't like him that much. You just hated him.
You loved him. You said he was on pace to be a Hall of Fame tackle.
Find it. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Move him into guard and see what he can do. That's right. I think he's okay at tackle. He just is not healthy.
That's fair.
Anyway,
I also just like being a hater.
I know.
And this whole conglomerate really probably pisses the Rams off a good amount.
Yeah, all those offensive line. 3 in a row.
Damn.
I mean, I know Vega probably doesn't hurt them, but the other two.
Well, no, but it doesn't help, you know? Yeah. Because if Vega doesn't go there, then I have a strong argument to go Vega for the Dolphins.
And now they're not going to go corner.
But they still could, because Kobe Durant's a free agent. McDuffie you have. Quentin Lake you have as the nickel.
For sure.
Forbes played enough, but do you really want to bank on him playing well again? Darius Williams, I'm not saying it's their biggest need anymore.
I doubt they do it, but I could see them if they love one of these guys. This is also what I'll say. I'm not saying we have to do this, but if the board takes, it's not about picking a player. Okay. Because I haven't thought about that too, but I'm not going to say that. No, I think based upon what the Rams like to do, they like to move their first round picks. Funny enough, I looked this up in the past. I think it was 6 years. They've used the most draft picks and drafted players, like the third most of all the teams, even with trading all these picks, because they trade the early ones and then they use the mid rounds and they end up hitting on a lot of them and developing these guys, and it works out. I think that, again, this all depends on who wants to move up. I think they're probably gonna want to move down and add more picks later, add more picks next year. Like, if there's any way that they can get another first next year and just stay ahead and always have two firsts and have that flexibility every year, I think they're gonna want to do it. And not saying they would get a first next year, but I do think that this is another team that is going to be actively looking to move down.
You think the Falcons
Actively.
want to move up for Messidor?
I don't know if they would want to move up with the Rams again, but I
I
see what
know
you're
it was just a
doing.
joke. Thank you, I appreciate it.
It took me a
It took
second to
you a little
get it.
bit
I
because
was
I
like,
could
wait.
hear you processing like, what the fuck did he
I
just
know, and I'm
say?
like,
And then eventually you started laughing.
because it made sense, and I was like, well, they don't have a first round pick. Because I was like looking for them in the order, and I was like, no. I can see the Lions wanting to move up to get an edge rusher. I don't know who. I don't know if they would move up from Messidor though. But and yeah, again, I don't know who someone's moving up for, but like, just wanted to shout that out because I
Yeah.
think that's probably what they want to do. But I'll let you talk now.
I don't even necessarily disagree with that. I'm trying to figure out who would be the
Yeah.
target here. Like who
Well, do you think someone might love Sadiq enough? Like, I know he had a crazy, and obviously both the
maybe
corners
like
are
one of the
here.
wide receivers, and you don't want the Ravens to get him.
Sure.
Maybe there's I don't know. Maybe you think the Ravens are going Caleb Banks because that feels like a Ravens type of player.
Yeah, you see that. Steelers moving up to get wide receiver.
I thought about that, but then I'm thinking about it. Just stick there probably at this point.
Probably because you know I'm gonna let Lennon slide there because I could see someone maybe wanting one of these corners because, like, arguably the Ravens could take one. Arguably the Bucks could take. I don't think they would, but they could. The Jets definitely could. The Lions definitely could. The Vikings
Jets are actually
definitely
who I'm
could.
thinking about. That was the team that kind
They
of
have
came to mind.
versatility.
They have versatility and they have a shitload of picks. They have 2 firsts for next year. Now I don't know. And maybe the Rams are okay trading out of the first entirely, and they pick up 33 and a 1 for next year.
Would. Well, if they could do that, that would be an easy. Even if, I mean, they'd obviously have to get the Colts first. The Jets aren't sending their own first, but yeah, like, I mean, if they could do that, sure. I think it's probably too much. The Rams would have to give something back, just based on what I think about the next class. But I mean,
they give
maybe like 44, maybe 44 in next year's first.
Let's see. What could they give up for the Jets? The Jets could use Bo Limmer.
Shout out Arkansas, Bo Limmer.
Sean Dolak. I loved him so much, dude.
I remember you talking about him. I do think it's probably unlikely the Jets want to move first because I think they want both just in case they need it to move up for quarterback next year.
Yeah, I know, but
if I had to, but could they move both seconds this year? And the Rams just want more picks because that's
and a second for next year.
Sure, like I could see that. Give the Rams a shit ton of picks.
F it all.
I can see that for sure.
And now I'm taking Mansour Delane.
Cool.
Bain and Delane.
Cool. Let's see. So that means I pick for the Rams, then, right? Okay. Yeah, I do. Wait.
I don't know. No. We'll figure that part out. I think we just go every other pick. It doesn't matter.
You're right. It doesn't matter. All right. Delane. 4-7.
It's too hard to keep track of that shit.
Why can't I find the Jets? I'm blind.
They should be at pick 16, so they're either in the recommended or they're not in the recommended, but it goes by the next pick.
Yeah. You give up both seconds and a second extra, right?
Yeah, 3 seconds.
Of course. The Lane.
Which maybe
and then the Ravens. No, I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. You're right. would hate this for fantasy, but I might give them Jordan Tyson.
It's funny because that's exactly what I was thinking about. Just better Bateman.
I literally was about to say just like super way better Bateman, but yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I think I have to. McCoy's interesting. I do think they would love Caleb Banks. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I think they would. I think they'd like Mesidor too, play him at more of like a three tech end than a pass
Mm-hmm.
rusher. Yeah, I'm gonna give him Jordan Tyson though.
I like it.
Yeah.
I will just say this because I don't think it's going to fall to them, but the player that I was considering taking for the Rams there was McNeil Warren.
See that?
It just feels like that kind of a player. They're losing Cam Curl to free agency.
Yeah.
Well, I say losing. Obviously, I'm going to keep saying losing to free agency. We don't know if they're actually going to lose him to free agency or not.
Projected. Yeah, projected.
What's stopping the Bucks from taking Kenyon Sadiq here? They
Maybe
need an
CJ.
edge rusher. I know, I get it.
But I mean, okay, if they don't, and I know you're gonna say, oh, it's just K. Dotton. If they sign K. Dotton, I doubt they do. If they lose K.
Correct.
Dotton, then it's a huge need, and I
Correct.
think they're all over it.
I'm just gonna say this. I think that they lose Ott, and I think they get Goddard.
Well, then they definitely probably wouldn't get Sadiq, but I could see that for
agree.
sure.
But
yeah.
it just I was trying to think through like where could Goddard land because I think he's gone. I don't think Eagles will bring him back.
No, he's going to like I could see there. Funny enough, I could see like the Commanders just follow the Zach Ertz path, kind of, except skip the Cardinals.
Yeah, I also thought that too.
I could see the Broncos if they really wanted to spend money up there, but I would rather them get Njoku, I think.
From what I've heard, Njoku and the Eagles have mutual interest, so there's that.
That's all that too. I think Mesidor would be awesome for them.
Personally. I do too. I know, but I don't think we've done it yet. Have we done this already?
Which one?
Sadiq.
If we did, it was like the first week.
Cool. But then we're doing it again.
No. Okay, but I don't know if we did. Yeah, he's a freak, so I definitely would like that for them. Jets got to move up to 13, and they've got to keep freaking pick 16. So they already have Ruben Bain, Mansour Delane. Can I keep it rhyming? Emmanuel McNeil Warren.
Seeing how far I have to scroll to find somebody that sounds like Ain at the end. Golday. Caleb Tierney.
Caleb Banks next to Devondre Sweat. Mekhi Lemon. Are they the team that just says F it?
Yes.
We don't care.
I was kind of thinking that too.
About how you act.
I was kind of thinking that.
I also don't think it's impossible they take Ty Simpson. Just shouting that out if they really like him. Again, I think they probably would want to wait till next year, but with them having nobody on their roster, a quarterback technically, really. So obviously they're going to sign somebody or trade for somebody, but I could see that. I'm not going to do it, but I could see it. I could see C.J. Allen for sure.
Don't they have what's his face still?
At what position?
Quarterback. What happened to Jordan Travis? Did he die officially?
I don't know. I thought they released him last year.
Brady Cook, Hendon Hooker, exclusive rights.
Sure. As much as I like Hendon Hooker, I do think they are a team here. Like I think Ty Sims is going round one officially. I think he's going to. If I had to like make my draft guesses today and had to try to get as many people I think or many players that are going to make it in the first round, whether I get the right team or not, I would include Ty Simpson in there somewhere. I think he's going to go.
That's fair. I think he's better than Tyler Shuck on paper.
He could be better than Tyler Shuck. I think Tyler Shuck obviously has like 4 more years of starting college experience.
Yeah, and 4 more years
kind of a hard
knee damage.
I think Shuck right now is better than Simpson, but I think I would long term.
Correct.
I guess tough
I
to
guess I
say.
should
Like
rephrase that.
Shuck looked good.
He did.
Shuck
He looked
looked better.
fine, but I would
He looked
rather.
better than I thought.
Right.
If
If
I
I
was going
was
to invest a
picking them
first round
both in the
pick in one
same
of them,
draft, right? That's yeah.
yes, I would have Simpson a little bit over Shuck at least. Yeah.
Now, would I have Dart above
Um,
Simpson? I think so. Yes.
Hindsight, obviously, yes. I think I
like
probably
Dart
still
last
would
year
have
a good
too.
amount.
I think it would have been close for me, but I probably would have definitely. Yeah, I would have had Dart above him. I think I would have had Simpson like in that class, like the guy you trade up at the very end of the first round for,
Mm-hmm.
like
Lamar
a little
Jackson.
bit lower than like Jordan Love almost,
Yeah.
who was also inexperienced at the time.
Yeah.
Not that inexperienced, but anyways, wasting time.
Toyotathon.
They don't need. They don't know. They don't need corner bad enough. I don't think to take two. They have other guys they like.
Well, they could.
What?
They have Jarvis
what are we
Brownlee,
thinking?
who's solid, but Azariah Thomas and Brandon Stevens are their starters, and then they have Quantez Stiggers.
They like I can't say his name. Thomas.
Azariah Thomas.
I think they like him quite a bit
Probably.
from what I've heard. And Jarvis Landry they traded for. I think they like him.
Jarvis Landry, that's crazy.
Brownlee, sorry, it ends the same. I'm trying to. Oh no, Dylan Thieneman. That's the pick.
That's what I was waiting for.
That's the pick. Their safeties are not good enough not to take him. He's too good.
Would
Yeah.
you go with Thieneman over McNeil Warren?
I think I'm all in at him going over him right now. Yeah,
Okay.
I almost don't. I don't think it's crazy. I think they both deserve to go in the first round, and I wouldn't be like, oh my god, you took McNeil Warren over him. But like as of right now, I think for most teams, I would do that. Yes, I think they both can play all safety positions, so it's not
Yeah.
like, oh well, I would take McNeil Warren because I think he's better over the top. Like I think generally they can do a lot of the same things. I think maybe you could say McNeil Warren is a little more physical in the line of scrimmage. I think they both are though, but I think Thieneman's has a little more range.
I
than
think
McNeil
they're
Warren.
similar but different. I think the biggest difference is skin color, obviously.
Not prepared for it here. Well,
I love these streams. I also just wanted.
first I thought you said scheme color, and I was like, what?
That's funny. I also just want to throw out that I could see them going linebacker, but I still feel like it's early for CJ Allen or Jacob Rodriguez, who I do agree. I think those are my next two linebackers off the board. I know that you like Golday a lot, and I do too. But I thought
Golday
Jacob
would
Rodriguez
be-
was going to run like a 8-second 40, and then he didn't. So
dude. I thought he was gonna run like a 4.7, but like
yeah,
the fact that
I thought 4.6 to
checked off
4.8.
the only like
Concern.
in my opinion, the only maybe concern was like, is he athletic enough to go over round one? And he is. So I think he's probably going somewhere. I think, and obviously this is a little bit of like hopium for me, but like the Bills and Broncos seem like very good end of round one fits for him. The Bears would be like the earliest I think he would go. Like I don't think he would go this high, but like could he?
In
I don't
fairness,
know.
when I was saying that too, I guess what I was saying is it seems counterintuitive, but with the Jets having just traded up and giving up both of their seconds to get to that point, I could see them using
Sure.
this
Oh,
pick to
yeah.
move back. You know,
Oh, definitely.
and that's just because you're worried that the lane could go with one of the next two picks, and then you make the argument, okay, well then why wouldn't you just move 16 up? You know,
Right. Sure.
but it's in the conversation, I think, at least.
Yeah. Well, we also just like picking schools right next to each other. We just did Oregon again.
Yep.
I know we've done Ohio State a couple times and Miami a couple times.
Yep.
Also, Thieneman and Delane in that secondary is kind of the potential for that is
Yeah, dude.
sick.
They've taken three players that could completely revolutionize their defense, and I
Yeah.
think that
Aaron Glenn is like salivating.
he woke up
keep
for
it
this. for
PG-13. Yeah, PG-13.
sure. You know. Also, just throwing this out there, they had him wake up specifically to watch David Bailey run. So just putting that into the
True.
stratosphere. They didn't give a shit about whoever they had running before him, Cassius Howell or whoever.
Yeah.
Tell me not to take Akeem Messador here.
I won't because I've been saying it for weeks. Remember that week that I didn't do it, and I was like, I should have done that. I forgot he was there because I had him like at pick 50 or
63,
whatever.
yeah.
Couldn't even see him anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever. Yeah, I think again. He's the kneecap ankle biter or whatever you want to call him.
I did also strongly consider going Caleb Banks. That would be the other
Yep,
person I would kind of put in that conversation at this point, but they need edge
I agree
so
with
bad.
that.
I will also say this: I could see them going Jermon McCoy given recent events.
Sure,
Um,
sure.
but yeah,
Wouldn't hate that either.
you're just giving them McNeil Warren, so we can just move
I
on.
can't keep doing. Hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa,
No,
whoa,
too
whoa,
bad I
whoa,
already
whoa,
clicked the button. Just kidding.
whoa, 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 whoa. Obviously that's what I was thinking because just I've done that too many times. I'm trying to think out of the box a little bit here though. I need to pull up that chart. They're a hard team to draft for before free agency, I feel like.
Yes, I agree.
There's like 5 or 6 teams that I really feel that way about. Come on, our lads, what are we doing? I mean, why is is linebacker not a need for them? I feel like
No.
it is.
Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. They have
I
Ivan
know maybe
Pace.
it's not one. Maybe it's not their time. I mean, I like Ivan Pace, but enough to just be your for sure starter.
Yep. Nope. The Vikings don't need anything. Trevor
CJ Allen,
Sikkema
you're
has
a
never
Minnesota
done anything
Viking.
wrong. Oh, okay.
CJ Allen, you are a Minnesota Viking.
And the Panthers take Banks again because I think we've done that the last 6 weeks. We've only been doing mock drafts for 4, so that would be interesting.
This is the beginning of Omar Cooper for me. Not saying he'll go here, but I think that they would view him kind of how they used DJ Moore back in the day.
Yeah, I
Not
agree
saying they
with
would do it,
that.
obviously,
I
but
think also
this is his
that
beginning point.
yeah,
In my eyes, I don't think he
I
would go
could
earlier
also
than
see this being where Lemon would go.
Oh, for sure. The fact that he's still here,
Uh,
for sure, for sure.
Honestly, I'm not.
Maybe they take Jacob Rodriguez. Like, here's our new Luke Kuechly.
Kind of not hating the prospect of them taking like a Blake Miller or a tackle or something too.
Sure,
Um,
hate that. Don't hate it. Peter Woods, obviously, low moving costs.
Yeah, I think they would have to identify which type of defensive line would they want. Would they want Derek Brown's style more to play opposite him and kind of replace Rashawn
Got a lot of
Morton?
choices.
Or
Yeah.
would you rather have the guy that replaces Ashawn Robinson and, you know...
Maybe they take Ty Simpson.
No, they're not going to do that because they're going to sign Kyler Murray to a free agency deal.
No, imagine.
I don't need to. It's going to happen. I've already seen it. They're going to be the first team that you can tell who their quarterback is just by the top of their head. You know? Yeah, I'm giving them Banks.
Yeah, I like that. Physical freak. Hopefully you can develop him. I think Zero has the ability to do so.
Yeah.
Cowboys. Obviously, I talked about them probably wanting to move down. I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to look. But, like, in real life, I think they'll probably be calling to move down.
Well, and just to tease that out, is there a team that would want Lemon enough to jump the Steelers, who would be highly considering it?
49ers?
Up until about 6 hours ago, I would have said the Bills.
Yeah.
But not anymore. Maybe the 49ers, I could see that.
49ers popped off to me.
I
guess maybe the Patriots.
The Browns, maybe?
Yeah, possibly.
Maybe the Patriots, now that they, rest in peace. The Chiefs?
Possible, yeah. They got picks to fuck with.
Or if not Lemon, is it McCoy? You know, the Steelers might
Yeah,
call the
definitely
DBs too.
possible. Definitely possible. What do the 49ers look at? Like picks? Let me look. Well, they're not interested in this pick according to this.
Well, according to mine, they are. So
Oh, that's just unrealistic. Actually, they are interested. I'm just stupid. Yeah, sorry. They don't have anything crazy. Well, I guess comp picks. I mean, they got 127, 133, 138. I feel like they have some holes to fill, though. I don't know if they're be moving like they're two.
giggity.
And I think Cowboys want like a second or third, and like 49ers don't really have that flexibility.
Well,
I don't
when the
think.
Niners trade
To do
Mac
so.
Jones for a first,
Well, yeah. To who?
I don't know, but that's what they're asking for.
To, I think you could ask for a two, and like I could fathom that, but a one's wild to me.
Well, maybe it's going to be a one in value, where they actually get a 3 and a
Oh,
7. You know,
yeah,
shout out Ian
sure,
Rappaport for that one.
sure. The Cowboys might like it, McNeil Warren
The
too.
Rams
I
are
can see
re-signing
that.
Tyler Higbee to a 2-year, $8 million deal.
Huge,
Massive. That's got rippling
huge,
implications for the rest of this draft.
huge. I mean,
I was really
maybe
worried about
the
that.
Cowboys would take Lemon. They would just stick and take him. They like
Dude,
taking wide
could you
receivers that
imagine?
fall. Lemon and Pickens and Land, that would be nasty. Their 11 personnel would be just insane. I could see them doing it. They're Jerry Jones is crazy enough just to say screw it. And then if you don't want to pay Pickens next year, then you still have two good wide receivers.
Jerry Jones is crazy enough to do that. Jerry Jones also a little racist. I don't know if those videos are going to do him any favors, you know?
He took Michael Irving though, man. Like, or he was
Yeah, but
involved with
Michael,
that, I think.
there's no, there's no politically correct way to word what I want to say.
Oh man.
Michael Irving was a different kind of individual, you know, at that point in
Sure,
time.
sure.
Cocaine
McNeil
and
Warren's
heroin are
softened a
two
little
different
bit.
drugs. I'll just put it that way.
Mm. I agree. I'm looking at depth chart really quick. Oh, if they don't move down,
You're giving them Emmanuel McNeil
I'd
Warren.
yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Their safeties are not good. Done.
Not good.
Done. Just take your lemon and get out of here.
I'm not taking Lemon.
Lizard face.
I'm not taking Lemon.
You're gonna take your Mama McCoy.
Lemon's gonna keep falling.
I would love Jermont McCoy for you guys. The fact he's here
I
at
would love
21
Jermon McCoy for us. I would
nasty to
also
me.
love Lemon for us. I would also. I don't know, man. This is such a.
Oh, you're taking Ty Simpson. No, I'm sorry. I forgot he was still on the board. Gee.
Oh, the Broncos want to trade up.
For who?
Interesting. Really makes you think.
For who? Jermon McCoy, who we don't need?
For Makai Lemon.
I don't want McKylan. I'd rather just take Omar
That's
Cooper.
too damn bad. For Peter Woods, obviously, to replace JFM.
We could wait. There's a good chance he just makes it to us. If not, just take Caden McDonald.
I gave him Lemon in the first mock. You've given him Cooper. The only thing that we haven't done is McCoy. So just for that
Well, yeah,
reason,
because he's never fallen this far.
correct. Just for that reason, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Steelers would actually
Crazy
do
good
that,
pick.
but a duo of JPJ and now, granted, this also might get into sticky waters, or I don't know how to word that, but like we're probably going to sign JPJ to an extension this offseason if I had to guess. So, do we actually do that? I don't know. Also, James Pierre was the third best cornerback in football last year, according to PFF. Shout out PFF, one of the best football sites on the planet. So, as a free agent, it's going to be tough to bring him back, you know, with one of the premier players at the position hitting free agency. You know, we got to address cornerback. So.
Yep.
Fucking dumb bitches. Chargers take Mekhi Lemon because why not?
Then they want some beef.
Keep him
They
in
need
South
beef on.
California.
No, they need beef. They need beef on one. Or I it just keeps seeing Caden Proctor at guard for them. It just feels right.
That's just because you think he's the same player as Mekhi Becton.
No, I don't. I don't like him, but I think he needs a lot of coaching. I think Harbaugh would like him because he's huge. Caden McDonald also speaks to me. I can see Christian Miller. I know he's a little bit further down. Lee Hunter, I could also see him. It's hard for me to think that they go above Peter Woods though. But I don't think Peter Woods would be. I mean, he's not small. I just don't think he's the type that they would want. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Proctor. I'm just gonna give him Proctor. I think he just fits in at guard for them easily.
Yeah, I like that.
And like, let's say one of their really good tackles gets hurt again, he has versatility to swing out if he needs to.
Exactly.
Oh, they're going to take Lemon and trade AJ Brown.
That's what I'm thinking.
AJ Brown and the Patriots. Patriots give up their first round pick, plus a little bit more just to make them happy. Eagles take Lemon here because he's here.
Let's see. Let's see if we can
Easy
bring up the Patriots and see what happens. Well, according to PFF, it's not going to be accepted. So.
Wait, what was it? Were you offering? Oh, they have to give their first.
Yeah, well, according to PFF, the first isn't going to be accepted.
No, like a first and like something.
No, I'm saying they think that it's bad for the Patriots.
Well, I mean, sure, but what they think. That's not what
the problem is. The Eagles eat so much in cap penalties if they trade AJ Brown this year. It makes it really hard for me to believe that they're going to move him. And if
agree with that.
And if you are moving him, are you really going to replace him with Mekhi Lemon, which is just Devontae Smith, but a little fruity?
I don't know. Probably not. They'd probably rather have like
Denzel Boston,
Omar Cooper, or Denzel Boston. Omar Cooper's thick, so that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
But yeah, Omar Cooper and AJ Brown are similarly built, actually.
Yeah, they are.
I think Cooper's a little shorter, but
I don't know if he is actually. I think that they're basically the same player.
I thought AJ Brown was like basically 6'1", and I think Cooper was like 6 foot, but I could be wrong on that. AJ Brown was like between 6 foot and 6'1". I can't remember. Maybe it's just because he was like so jacked. That's just what I thought. I thought Omar Cooper was like 6 foot, even, or if anything, like 5'11" to 6 foot.
I guess he is 6 foot. I thought he was 6'1" as well, but I guess not.
Well, if you're not going to go that route, then I mean, Blake Miller is a Lane Johnson replacement.
Could be. They just need guards so bad.
Again, it says about every team. Like, I would imagine they gonna bring back freaking Becton.
Right, but my concern with that
is
that
somebody
Stoutland
or
is
sign
gone.
somebody else. Yeah, I mean,
and I think that Stoutland made a huge impact in making Becton what he was. So,
very possible.
I'm not saying that the Eagles are just completely SOL in terms of offensive line coach, but I do have actual concerns whether or not they would have a similar level of success bringing him back.
Just need to hire Jason Kelce.
I guess they could bring in Lemon to replace Jahan Dotson. Ooh, I know what I'm doing. Jacob Rodriguez, you're an Eagle.
I hate you.
I'm sorry. If Nakobe Dean is potentially out the door, which he is at this point,
I got
I
you, Hot
guess they have
Campbell.
Jahad Campbell. Whoops. Oh well.
And Zach Bond. Jemiah Trotter Jr.
Smile Mondin.
It's okay.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that in retrospect, but it's too late. We ball.
Never happened, but it did happen. All right, Jacob Rodriguez. Man, I was dead set on giving them Ty Simpson. It's hard not to take Mekhi Lemon.
Mm-hmm.
But if a coach isn't going to like Mekhi Lemon, I could definitely see, what's his name, not liking Mekhi Lemon.
Todd Monken.
Yeah. Let's see that.
Yeah, but I could also see Shador liking him, so.
I don't know if that matters if they want Ty Simpson.
Well,
I gotta
Todd
take Ty
Monken
Simpson,
loves Shador Sanders.
Ty Simpson can't go anywhere else unless someone trades up for him. Which, like,
Why not?
I can see Arizona. Who?
Niners.
Shut up.
They're gonna lose
I can
Mac
see-
Jones. They need
whatever.
the position.
I can see the Cardinals trading up somewhere for him, for sure. Lemon keeps falling. I'm gonna go Ty Simpson the Browns. I need to figure out quarterback. They could get a wide receiver in the next pick if they want,
That's
possibly
fair.
at our O-line.
That's fair. I mean, at this point, if you're the Chiefs, you're going to trade up for Lemon, right?
I don't know. Who's gonna take him? The Bills, sure. 49ers, yeah.
The Niners.
The 49ers will probably take him, but like, I don't know. Maybe. I could see it.
I mean, if you have to give up a pick 146, you know, 109 maybe. Who 4 picks? 74.
I
Probably
feel like
too much.
74, and maybe they give them something back. I don't know
They
that
get
they would
back
care about
129.
something like that. It'd be like a move up, move down situation, I would imagine.
Or they give him back 89, I guess, maybe. I'll do 129. And they take Lemon. That's crazy. They got the best safety and the best wide receiver in the draft class.
Sure. Guess I need to make a trade on my end. I don't know. The Chiefs are interested in this pick. I don't think that's realistic.
Well, they were the first team that popped up for me, so maybe you should tell your little mock draft simulator to get with the program here.
Whoa. Calling things little now.
Shout out Trevor Sycamore.
Why can't I force this trade? Yeah, whatever. Alright, Lemon. Bills. Another team that probably would be okay moving down because they don't have a second round pick anymore. They're mad Jacob Rodriguez is not here, probably. That's who I was probably going to take.
Oops.
There's a world I think it's redundant in some ways. Yeah, it is too redundant. I was going to say Omar Cooper. I guess if they were still going to take another wide receiver, it'd probably be Denzel Boston, and they would just be like, see you later, Keon Coleman. Denzel Boston, Shakir in the slot. DJ Moore is like the Z or whatever you want, move him around. That would be a nice free punch there. I can see them doing that, and I've heard that they're not done adding. Again, they could be the team that gets Mike Evans if he does actually leave. I could see that for sure. And they could just swing it as like, yeah, he's going to teach Keon Coleman how to play the position. So I can definitely see that. But taking Boston is interesting to me. Oh, sure. One of them is, yeah. I don't think I love any of the edges enough for them. Zion Young is interesting to me. I don't think they take Falk. Maybe T.J. Parker.
Would it be weird in your mind for them to take Peter Woods, having just taken Deion Walker last year, but like still kind of having
Not
a need at the position?
not weird. I thought about it. I'm trying to think though, like if they would want a little more
Girth in the trunk.
size. Yeah, I'm trying to, but again, I don't really know exactly what Jim Leonard's going to do. They have a little bit of a scheme change, so
Unrelated but related. I watched a video yesterday of these three guys who have a draft or like NFL like prospect whatever thing, and
yeah.
the one guy was reading quotes and he was like, "This is either directly pulled from the scouting report that the other guy did on a defensive end, or
Mm.
a line out of a smut book." And they
Dang,
really sounded strikingly similar.
that's funny. They're losing Joey Bosa probably and AJ Epinesa probably. I
Yep.
know they have Landon Jackson. I know I think he's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Greg Rousseau is obviously pretty good. They do need D-line depth for sure, but they're going to take a depth guy here, and they could probably fill that in free agency. Maxwell Harrison, Terrence Johnson, Nickelback, Benford.
Landon
Still see
Jackson
them
looks like
taking
an
a
Eric
corner.
Andre character.
He does. He looks crazy. He does look crazy. I can see them taking corner for sure. Still, I do.
Mm-hmm.
They could be like the N'Kobe Dean team too for linebacker.
Yep.
I can see that. So that it might not even care that there's. I mean, like I'm higher on him. I wouldn't like hate Golday. It's early, but like if they did it, I wouldn't be like that's
I
the
wouldn't be
worst
mad
pick
at him
ever.
for it, definitely.
No, I wouldn't think it's the worst pick ever. I'm between Boston. I know it's kind of weird because they just took DJ Moore, but like I like the fit a little bit. I'm between him, probably Zion Young / TJ Parker.
Mm.
I don't think they go offensive line. Well, could they take a tackle? I mean, not unless they think he could play left tackle eventually for Deion Dawkins. I think that they need a center bad, but there's nobody.
Apparently, McGovern's
Again,
also gone.
well, he's going to make a shit ton of money. That's what I'm saying. They're not going to pay him.
But
So,
SVP,
and
man,
they're probably going to get a center later. I know they don't have a second round pick anymore, but I guess
Cedric
third
Van
round.
Pran, bro.
I'm trying to think if they would like Hal.
I
This
don't
was a
think
hard
so.
pick.
I don't think that they would want arms that short.
Maybe Jim Leonard might just be that guy. Well, I guess it depends on who's actually making the calls. Is it the coaches or is
Right.
it Brandon Beane? You know that would make a difference. If it's Brandon Beane, then
That's
no.
a great
You're
point.
right.
If Brandon Beane is picking here, who do they take? Casey Concepcion. And then 3 years
Well,
from now, he's going to act like he's the worst fucking human alive.
It'd probably be Chris Bell. I can see any of these edges. I just don't know. Like Falk, Hal, Parker.
The only reason that I would go Falk over the other ones is just because of the size. He's bigger, and I feel like they typically like that size, and that's what they're losing in Bosa. But
I think I just don't like his pass rush.
I don't disagree with that. I think that they would try pretty hard to bring Epinesa back, and I think he would come back on a decent deal for them. And no, I don't think that's the end all be all, but I think that kicks the can, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, we're just making shit up at this point, so.
It's too early, but I for some reason just really like Zion Young. I think it's a good fit, but I think it's too early. There's something speaking to me there.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, I just think it's too early. There's too many other edge guys I think should go above him.
Well, is there a player here? There isn't really a player that I would be trading up for, I don't
They would probably be looking to trade down because they don't have their two. I think I said that, but
Yeah,
I mean, it would be a team wanting Boston or Cooper specifically to get over the 49ers, I would assume. Like the Patriots,
hmm
maybe, but are they going to trade Buffalo? I mean, at this point, we've seen that happen before.
yeah.
So,
Buffalo
like, it
traded with
wouldn't.
Kansas fucking City. How many goddamn times?
Maybe the Titans?
No,
They didn't get a wide receiver and they could use one.
true.
Um, I'm assuming it would probably be Omar Cooper. Omar Cooper with Cam Moore could be kind of sick. Oh, dude, Dable would probably love Omar Cooper. That's interesting to me.
So would Vrabel.
Afraid of doing too many trades though.
Fair.
If you're talking, I can't hear you.
Am I muted somehow?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay. Hello.
I hear you now. I just because I'm struggling so much, I
All
think
I
I'm
said
gonna look into
in
the
that
trade.
window was that Vrabel would also love Cooper.
Yeah, for sure. I can see it. Um, I'm trying to look at both teams' picks. The Titans are gonna want to give up what the Bills would want. The Patriots really quick. The Bills do like trading to AFC rivals and giving them wide receivers.
Oh, I also said that about how many times the Bills have traded with the Chiefs. I don't know if you heard that or not.
Patriots have a lot of later picks. Oh no. Sure. 31 and 95 for 26 and one. I don't know. 126. Doesn't matter.
Cooper.
Yeah, take Cooper. And the 49ers no longer get their Debo
Nope.
replacement. But they could get their Jerron James replacement. They still wanted to.
True. Or they could get Emmanuel Pregnant.
True. Also true.
Is
that who you're gonna go with?
Scheme. I don't know.
Oh, I'm just making sure.
No, I just want.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe I'll give him. Maybe I'll give him Ty Simpson. You know.
he's already gone.
Yeah, I know. They're gonna overpay to get him.
I see them liking Concepcion too.
Yeah, well, that's a whole other can of worms. That's just Brain Ryu 2.0. Which they kind of need, actually. But dude, they need cornerback like the plague, bro. Diamador, Lenore, Renardo, Green, Upton Stout, Daryl Luter, and Trey Tomlinson. That is a.
I think they like Lenore.
I think they like
Ronaldo
Lenore
Green
too.
played better, but he's upgradable for sure. And Upton Stout also played pretty well. They're just not like. Sala had them playing well. That's the thing. Are they going to keep playing well?
Right.
That's the big question. Because they all played pretty well last year. They could be upgraded, though. So I'm definitely with you. But I probably why it's not listed as a need. I'd guess. Or just the other four are worse.
Yeah, but there's teams that have like 7 needs, so I hate PFF, bro, so bad. There's not another safety that I would go in the first.
Probably not. All seasons 2 for me.
I kind of like Zion Young for them too.
Yep, I can see that.
They're not afraid to. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm giving them Zion.
Yeah, they pick their guys. Zion. Rondé McGowan. Okay. Texans. Well, they're gonna play. Wait, did they just trade for a tackle? Or am I crazy? Are they
They
signed
traded
somebody?
away
No.
a tackle.
Yeah, but wasn't there someone else that
They extended what's his face?
there was another offensive lineman they did something for?
They just extended Trent Brown,
Trent Brown. He's left tackle, right?
right tackle.
He is right tackle. Oh. Wait, did what's his name not play right tackle for them
Who?
last year? Dude, they traded away.
Yeah, why can't I not think of the guy that they traded?
To the Browns. Browns trade. Titus Howard. Did he not play right tackle for them last year?
Yes, he played left tackle.
Oh. I think he played some guard too. I remember him playing guard at some point.
Maybe they had him.
Because Ursary definitely played left tackle for them because he actually looked pretty good. Trent Brown. Well, they have Trent Brown at right tackle, so what I was going to say, they don't need. They're not going to probably. I mean, if they like Blake Miller, they can still take him. Because they have Trent Brown on like a 1-year deal. But they need. They need starters on the offensive line. I actually might like DeSantis for them over Pregnon.
I wouldn't hate that.
I think he's more their scheme style fit. Pregnon, I think, is a little bit better in space. I think they're going to want to run a little more physical, I guess is the word. Not necessarily power run scheme, but I don't love it though. I think it's kind of a reach for them just to be like, oh, we need the best offensive lineman. I mean, and hoping they maybe sign some guys in free agency. I actually really like Peter Woods for them. I think what's his name? Head coach would love Peter Woods.
Fair.
They like Cade McDonald too, but I think we've always given them offensive line for good reason, but like their defensive line also, it's not as dire, but they're losing Sean Rankins, Autry, who's I guess edge, but they're losing Settle and Rankins probably. Tommy Togliai, Mario Edwards, Kurt Hinish, like for that defense to work.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, they're probably going to sign somebody. They might sign Rankins back or whatever, but just don't know which defensive lineman I want to take for them. But I think I'm going to give them one. So I think the guard is a little bit of not a super reach, but I like the value better here for defensive tackles. So they want an attacking guy or more of a run stuffing guy?
I could see either. I think personally they would probably want a run stuffing guy because they still have Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson next year. But
then
just
probably Christian Miller or Cade McDonald. I'm gonna go Cade McDonald.
I like that. I was leaning in that direction between the three.
Yeah. Now, talking about a Peter Woods team.
Talk about a Christian Miller team.
Yeah. Either or.
Just pick your poison. I guess they probably wouldn't go. They probably would. I think they like Dexter enough to stick with that.
I hate how this board fell for the Broncos.
Yeah, I don't really blame you for that.
Like, Cooper's gone, Rodriguez is gone. Yeah. Both safeties I like are gone. Both linebackers, Galladay, again, I wouldn't be mad at, but anyway, sorry, we're not on the Broncos yet.
you're gonna wind up going.
Getting ahead of myself.
What's his face? The running back from Jonah Coleman.
Jonah Coleman.
Yeah, I think.
Maybe they need a wide receiver now.
That would be funny. Just give him Concepcion.
I'd hope they'd at least take Boston.
No, that's the same player
They're
as
gonna
Rome.
do that.
So
I just don't agree with that because they went to the same school.
and they're both big.
Rome isn't that big.
Rome
I think
wasn't
Boston's
built in a day.
6'4". I think Rome's like 6'2", is he not?
I thought he was bigger than that.
I don't
He's
remember.
6'3".
He doesn't play that physical brand.
He's
that
6'2" and 7'8".
Well, that's 6'2".
Right.
That's
No,
like
you round
that's
up.
like
Trust me.
it's like you saying he's 6 foot.
Yeah, Peter Woods. Which also kind of
Damn
sucks
it,
for
that
you
was-
because
Yes, it does. It was like the last guy that I was like, well, that's probably good value. Got to take him.
sorry. You know what the fucked up thing about that
Who
was?
wants to trade up?
I almost gave him Cassius Howell.
Yeah. Who wants to trade up for
Terrell, Blake Miller, Boston.
Blake Miller? I think Blake Miller is going round 1. I do.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying who's getting traded up for here.
No, right. Yeah, no, I'm agreeing. Like,
Oh.
I do think he's probably going round 1, so I think that's a good call out.
Right.
Who still needs a tackle? I mean, the Raiders.
The
I
Rams.
wouldn't trade up the Raiders. Yeah, that's what I was thinking at first. Like, they get back in because. But the thing is who's taking him? Like, they pick 33.
That's fair.
Like, the Seahawks and Bills are.
It's fair, but do you want his 5th-year option?
Yeah, that's a fair shout out for sure. The Giants? You could right tackle for him. Really good right tackle for him.
The Rams give you Puka.
Jeez, I wish. I'd give him first round this year and next year for that. I'm not gonna force it, but let me look. Let's see. What do the Giants have going on pick wise? Not great. Not great. Wouldn't work.
Scatterboo.
Could see the Browns maybe, but wanted another. Well, no, because they have a right tackle now. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to force anything here. Okay, who am I gonna pick? I need to focus on who I'm gonna pick. Take Denzel Boston if they were actually like wanting to move Sutton, but I don't think they will. I don't really want them to either. Wouldn't hate it though. I just don't see them going that route. See Christian Miller, Lee Hunter. I've heard Chris Bell is like Broncos are one of the teams that like Chris Bell.
I can see that.
So like I could see it. It's a little risky, but like if Sean Payton has his vision, then sure.
It is a little risky.
I'm not
but
gonna
you also
lie.
can afford it because you have Franklin Bryant, Mims, and Sutton. So
Sure, he's
like,
not going to have to play right away.
Right.
But the fan base, this doesn't matter. They don't care what the fan base thinks. But they're going to lose their shit if last year we take a corner we didn't need, and this year we take a wide receiver, which, granted, everybody's like in the Broncos country or whatever is like saying that we need a wide receiver. So like they would be less mad, I think, because everybody wanted us to get Ibuka last year, and everybody's all pissed off about it. When he went 1 pick before us, and there's nothing we could have fucking done about it. So why are you mad? He wasn't there. It's not like we picked Barron over him. He's not there to pick. So why? Like it just some fans are just mind-numbingly stupid to me, even on my own team.
Because if you take
anyways.
Derek Harmon, then you wouldn't have had to worry about JFM leaving this year.
Sure.
And the Steelers could have gotten Jahdae Barron and had the
Well,
worst
we
run
drafted
defense in
Savion
football.
Jones last year, who looked really good. So I'm okay.
That's fair.
Anyways, I could see. Okay, like I would not like this. Truthfully, I wouldn't hate having him on the team, but especially with how he tested, like Stowers might be sneaky.
I don't hate that.
A sneaky player. I wouldn't love taking him at 30. I would rather get him in the second round.
I don't hate that, but I
I
think that
just
it's more likely
he's
that
too
you pick up
risky.
what's his face. Who was the Sam Roush? Is that was the blocking tight end who went off for no reason?
Yeah, Roush. I could see them liking Claire too, because Claire is a good blocker and he has a good receiving profile. Um,
Nate
I could see them liking
Borkirker,
Trigg. I don't know much about him. I won't lie.
Baumkuchen.
This is a hard pick. Maybe they like Concepcion. I don't know. That would. I don't hate Concepcion. I just think his hype was getting a little too high, and I
Yeah,
think it's finally leveled down a little bit. And I'm more fine with him in like the second and late first. I can live with. It's just
says the
I don't want another
guy.
wide receiver. The team that had the most drops last year does not need to add a wide receiver that had like one of the most drops. Like just that does not need to happen. That's
You
why
didn't
I
have the
would be
most.
mad.
You had the third most. Calm down.
I think we were one or two. It's yeah. I think it's
You
us and
said the stat.
Jacksonville.
It was the third.
The Broncos. I think they had. I'm pretty sure they had the first or second. Maybe I'm crazy. It was us and the Jags.
That's
Well, you look that up.
oh, just a second. Why did it? I swear the stat
Yeah,
that you sent
by a
earlier.
lot.
I swear the stat that you sent earlier said
Um,
third.
I think we were the third. Oh, I know what you're talking about. That was it was a percentage thing. It
Oh,
wasn't
no, it
like
was separation.
that's what it was.
My bad.
Yeah. Separation percentage.
My bad.
Yeah, you're good. Um. Anyways, regardless, by a wide margin, we were one of the worst teams with drops. So I'm not taking wide receiver that drops the ball. If I'm taking wide receiver here, it's Boston or Bill.
That's fair.
I just have a hard time thinking that they do that. I think they wait till round two. Oh, do I take Goldberg? Is that just like crazy?
No.
It's too many linebackers. There's too many linebackers around.
What about Lee Hunter?
Lee Hunter, Goldberg, and Christian Miller are like the guys that I'm thinking about if I'm not going wide receiver. Christian Miller, I feel like, is more of DJ Jones / Roach. So like, I don't know that he plays that. I mean, he definitely can play that three technique, but I don't know that he's exactly like the JFN replacement. Lee Hunter, I kind of feel the same. He's even bigger. I think I would be more shocked that took Lee Hunter. I could see Christian Miller because I think he has a little more versatility to play like a 3-4 end, whereas Lee Hunter I think is more of a 4-3 D tackle / nose, like a 3-4 nose,
That's fair.
which we kind of don't need. I don't like any of what's going on here though. Stowers. I think between Galde, Stowers, and Christian Miller. Boston, I was like gonna take, but I just think with Pat Bryant and Sutton, it feels like we don't need another guy like that.
I could really see Peyton. If this is the way that it shakes out, I could see Peyton taking a stab at one of the running backs. I'm just saying that.
I would like one in round two. I just don't like him enough for round one.
I know.
Like I would be a little upset. I think it's too early, but I don't disagree with you. Depending on what we do in free agency, obviously.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's
Like if we don't,
yeah.
if we don't get like an ETN or Kenny
Alvin
Walker
Kamara.
or sure, well, yeah, Alvin Kamara. I'm not gonna take more time. I've already wasted too much. You know what? I'm gonna go. Can't get myself good. Eli Stowers.
Boom.
Eli Stowers. Eli Stowers is the thing. They need playmakers for both. In some shape. I don't know what shape that is, but they need playmakers for both.
I know I just looked at the Bills like 2 minutes ago, but I already forgot who they have.
They're gonna take Jake Alday, duh.
They could.
Remember, we're talking about edges like Zion Young, which we already took.
I'm giving him Chris Johnson.
Hey, I like that actually.
I was high on him before he tested like a Greek god, Now, I don't like that at all. Actually, they have Harrison. I'm fucking stupid. They have Benford,
They
Harrison,
do.
and Teron Johnson.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Oh well, Brandon Bean's drafting. Whoops, sorry. This is fun. I
I
like
mean,
this.
I think they, I think they can move some guys around. Didn't Taron Johnson? Am I just crazy? Has he not played like safety? They can move
He
guys
has
around.
played
They
nickel,
can move guys around,
but
right?
yeah, they move guys.
They can move guys around. Dude, imagine the versatility on defense with Witherspoon, um, E-Man, and then you just throw freaking D'Angelo Pons in there. Like, would be wild to me because you have guys that can play literally every position, and like it's like, oh well, we have three guys that can play nickel, and then obviously E-Man can play safety, and then both Witherspoon and Pons can play on the outside. I don't care what anybody says. I think D'Angelo Pons is good on the outside. He's small, but he's good.
So here's my question to that point, because I don't disagree with you. Do you feel
You
better
don't want it to
about
be like
Pons
redundant.
playing outside or Keontae Scott playing outside? Because personally, if
Um,
I'm picking between Terrell, Scott, and
I think
Pons,
Terrell
as
probably
somebody who
goes
loves
first.
Pons, I think Terrell would go first, but I think Terrell is more of a nickel to me. I know that he's
Um,
played. I guess not. Maybe I'm just being racist because he's 5'11".
I think Scott probably is the most nickel.
Yeah, but he's 6 foot. Like he can,
Yeah,
you
but
know.
it's more of less of size than like
I
his play
know,
style.
but
He's
I
so good
think that
against the run.
I honestly think that D'Angelo Pons is just Keontae Scott, but like a little smaller. It's like
I
that one
think
picture of the pit
Pons
bull and then like the little baby pit bull next to him. You know?
I think Pons plays with there's something about how he plays. Like
I
it's just
know,
different to
I
me.
know.
Like
But
not that
Pons to
Scott
me
isn't
reminds me
physical,
of
but
what the fuck was his name? Why can't it? Who was the Steelers slot that then went to the Bengals?
like nickel,
Yeah,
like okay. Oh, Mike
Mike Hilton.
was Hilton, yeah. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter because I think I'm gonna go with Jennings Dunker. No, I'm not. I can't do
Let's go. Too late. I already clicked it. Just kidding.
it. In all seriousness, I think that might
Pregnon.
go like Pregnon. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yep, Pregnon, lock it in.
Boomskis. Whopper. We lost the game.
All right, we can zip through this in like 15, 20 minutes.
Blake Miller.
Yeah, obviously, like that. I say that as I'm gonna take all the time, not you. I'm acting like it's your fault, not mine, that I took 20 minutes on the
Dude, I
Broncos
took
because
forever
the
on the
board
Steelers too. So
board fell horribly.
the board felt
All
too
right,
good for the
so
Steelers. That was the opposite problem for me. But
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, took a tackle. Still use guard. No, they could still use a lot of things on that defense. I said it was going to take long. I need to see what they have at corner because it doesn't list as a need, but I thought they needed more corners.
no, they
But
have
then I
Will
feel like I always
Johnson.
look and then they actually have corners that I've
They
forgotten
have Will
about.
Johnson. They have Garrett Williams, who you forgot about. They have Denzel Burke, who you forgot about. They have Sean Murphy Bunting. They have
I
Max
don't go corner.
Melton, big time.
We probably don't go corner.
They have Joey Blunt.
I think they could use an edge. I don't know why that's not listed.
Because of Darius Robinson and Baron Browning and BJ Ojolari. They could
Calais
upgrade
Campbell's a
on any
free
of those
agent.
positions. They also do they have linebacker listed? I feel like they could use linebacker a good amount. Cody Simon and Mac Wilson aren't really moving the needle for me. They could take Gold A, and I wouldn't be mad about
What I
it.
was thinking.
They might
I
also
don't know
take
if he
Zach
goes this
Gentry down
early.
the board, you know.
I think actually, as a good possible Calais Campbell replacement, I think I'm gonna go Falk for value.
I like that. Styles in the first, Boston in the second. Good luck. Let me make sure that's what.
Probably. I'm just thinking, do they think Iomanner plays the same type of
That's
game?
I know. That's what I was just thinking.
But
But
I
then,
don't
but
know. I
then, can I
mean,
make the same argument about Casey Concepcion and
probably
DK?
not because I think
Probably.
DK is a little more. As much as I've shit talked Concepcion, I think DK is probably more gadgety and has more length, whereas Concepcion's a little more of the slot guy, which they're both slot guys, but I don't know. They're kind of different. I can see Chris Bell too, but are they going to be patient enough to wait for that? I don't
Right.
know. I don't know.
Right.
I could see corner for sure. There's some corners
They
still
need to
here.
replace Devondre Sweat. They could go Christian Miller.
True, that is true.
Um,
I think corner or defensive lineman. I mean, obviously they need wide receiver, but I don't know.
am
I think it would
I
be
crazy for wanting to
Concepcion.
give them Lomu?
Oh well, if you,
With the
I
expectation that he
mean,
would play guard and could replace Dan Moore at left tackle
sure,
if they would need him
yeah.
to.
No, I don't think that's crazy. I don't think it's crazy.
That doesn't feel like a Niners kind of pick though, and that's or really a Giants pick either.
You got to think about a Chiefs pick too. That's where the GM's from.
Yeah, but I'm trying to.
I think I kind of like, well, probably because Tennessee. Like I kind of like Colton Hood or Terrell.
Yeah.
I also it is hard for me to think that they don't go offense at all for Cam Ward, whether that's like offensive line or wide receiver,
True.
because they didn't do it in the first round. So
Yeah, but maybe that's because we're just gonna say that it's better for Cam Ward's development to address those positions with vets and not have
sure,
unproven.
Wandell Robinson, Mike Evans goes there to die, like all wide receivers
Yeah,
do.
Stephon
Keenan
Diggs.
Allen, Stephon Diggs.
I think that I have talked myself into an edge rusher. I think I'm leaning T.J. Parker.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. I can see them liking Parker. I can see them liking.
No, because I guess they probably like Olu Oladejo a decent one. I think he played pretty good for them last year, and I know that they could use depth at
I
the position. All
forgot
that,
they got
but-
Jermaine Johnson actually. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
they
well,
got Jermaine
PFF did
Johnson.
too. Apparently, dickheads. They fucking updated the trade chart. They traded the picks, but they haven't changed a goddamn thing for needs. What are we doing?
He said he hasn't touched needs yet.
Well, he's an asshole. So he already. By the way, I just want you to know he already traded the DJ Moore pick. I didn't have to do that. He did that already.
He did. I know. He did.
I'm not even mad at him personally. I'm just mad at the entire existence of the website. You know this.
I don't blame.
They're
him.
such a
Yeah,
weird.
that sucks.
Their team is so bad, but like doesn't have like a ton of like overtly glaring horrible holes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think part of it is the team
I'm
was
going
so
Terrell.
badly
They need a
coached.
nickelback. Fuck it.
I think they're gonna improve quite a bit with they've added 2 coaches that are better head coaches than
Correct.
the coaching staff they had before. So like,
Who did they bring on as DC?
right.
Gus Bradley? Am I making that up?
No, that's right.
So 3 head coaches that were
That's
more
right.
successful.
Well,
than they fired.
debate. I mean, yeah, kind of. Yeah, actually, not even really debatably. The Raiders can go every direction because their team is fucking horrible. I could take any position, quite literally any position, and it is an upgrade for them. Like quite literally. So we're gonna go best player available, which is probably Denzel Boston for me. I could also definitely see them taking an edge rusher. I could definitely see them taking a corner. They probably like Colton Hood quite a bit. I think Colton Hood's probably better. Yeah, I think he deserves to be in the first round. Pons, I think they could like.
They can't go Indiana twice in the first 2 picks.
They could. They surely could. They surely could. I think I'm gonna go Boston. I think they're gonna give.
I like that.
Weapon, so
I like
go
that.
Boston.
Giants got Cornell Tate in the first. They're getting Max, my boy, in the second. I like that a lot for them, actually.
I'm not sure. Yeah, so do I. Good fit. Not even like I like him, but I think it's a good fit
Yeah.
for them. Texans did not go O-line, and they're still going to walk out of here with DeSantis.
I like that.
DeSantis and whoever I gave him.
Browns
Kevin
got
Donald.
hooked on a Freeling, Ty Simpsons, and they're going to still walk out of here with KC Concepcion.
Yeah, that's what I had pulled up. Chiefs, yeah, Caleb Downs with Kai Lemon.
Jesus Christ, and Colton Hood, dude.
And Colton fucking Hood. Yep. I hate my life.
Or, and hear me out.
I already
would
picked
you,
it.
okay.
I already picked it.
Because I would also talk myself into Keontae Scott, potentially.
I agree.
Or
I agree. I
D'Angelo
just
Pons,
like
but
Pons, yes. I don't see myself taking a Hood over
that's fair.
Scott, but that's just me. And I don't hate Scott. I think you just like a little more than me.
Vega in the first and Christian Miller or Lee Hunter. I'm going Miller.
Yeah, that's a them type of
Mm-hmm.
defensive lineman for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little hole. Jeremiah Love.
Jesus. And Lee Hunter.
Like Lee Hunter. I also could see them liking Chris Bell.
I could too.
And Jeremy
By the
Bernard.
way,
Truly.
Bengal has a Saints franchise series on Madden. And
Yeah.
he traded Olave to the Broncos the other day for
Let's go.
Janae Barron, Jonathan Cooper, and some picks. This is also like 3 years in the future, so there's that.
I don't know. I
contract.
think 3 years in the future, there's a case that Barron's better than Olave, but I guess we'll see.
Not in this Madden world.
Yeah, well, I was all in on giving them wide receiver. I kind of like Dunker for them and guard,
I could see that.
but it's going to ruin the Dolphins getting Dunker because I don't think they went guard.
No, they went Fano.
Defensive line is interesting. Does Chris Bell do too much of what Olave does?
Yes.
I think so. I think that's what I'm thinking.
Gets hurt.
I knew you. Dude, I sat here for 2 seconds, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna say it. That's not even what I meant, but it does line up too. Jennings Dunker's the pick. Jennings Dunker's the pick.
I love being an asshole. I've been on one this whole draft.
Well, I'll get you back.
It's been exciting.
Get you back.
Get me back how? Do I give him Caleb Lomu? Just pair with Spencer? No.
Imagine. I think they gotta go corner here, right? There's
they probably
some
do,
corners that.
but it's just funny to me. What was their depth chart look
I
like?
think they like the size, so I don't think they go Pons.
No, I think if I was, unironically,
East
I know it's Miami
or
already, but
Scott.
I would go Scott for them.
Okay.
But I don't
on
think I'm going to do that. I want to do something different.
Okay.
I'm going to give them Chris Bell.
Don't hate that at
Because
all.
they lost Tyreek, and Malik Willis is going to have somebody to throw to.
Sure. He is Waddle.
Yeah. And
The
he's going to need other people.
Rams took like Miller. Do they take Nussmeier here? Smile. Nice little backup to.
I was going to say they would have to go corner. Until
I know what
remember
they're
the fact
doing.
that They don't need
Hang
to
on.
anymore.
I know what they're doing. Let me look at that chart though. This is a player that they are going to love, I think.
You're giving him Jake Golday.
Oh no,
Oh.
I can't do this. I forgot about something. Damn it. Yeah, I don't think they do that now. I think they would love Pons, but I don't think they have a spot
Well,
for him.
that's also what I was just thinking too, but then I remember that they just traded for McDuffie.
Wait, who do they have at? I don't care about stupid ad. They're losing Cam Curl. They're losing Cam Curl, giving AJ Halsey.
I like that. I was just starting to think about that myself. Jordan Tyson in the first and Cassius Howell in the second. They go Lee Hunter. Jesus Christ, they go Lee Hunter.
Yeah. All right, the Bucks are going. You already know. Jesus.
T.J. Parker.
No.
Oh,
Golday.
Pons. Oh.
Golday.
Oh yeah.
They need linebackers so bad.
I forgot that you talk about this every week. Sorry. My
Yeah, and they got Sadiq. No. No, you're good. He's was probably a little further down. All right, Colts first pick. Welcome Colts to the draft.
They're pissed. Everybody that they wanted is gone. Here's the whole thing.
Hang on.
I think that they could trade or move on from one of these wide receivers, in which case this becomes a great spot for one of those guys. If they move on from Downs, great. Here's Jeremy Bernard. If they move on from Pittman, cool. You know, they could take Skylar Bell, or they could take what's his face from Notre Dame, who I can't think of right now that you like a lot, but
Fields.
I can't think of his name. Yes, Malachi Fields. If they
I think
move
they'd
on
go
from
Pierce,
Alec
then
Pierce,
it could be
then it
Brazil.
could be Brazil.
Yep. I definitely wasn't going to make that one. Maybe it's Bryce Lance. Dude's running freaking so fast.
You did run
I don't know
fast,
what he
but
ran.
he can't catch.
I think he could
So
catch. He just
here's my
routes.
problem. Why? Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why edge is not listed as a need for them. I know that they just took JT Tuimoloau and they have Laiatu Latu on the other side. Those are the only edge rushers on their roster going into next season.
Probably because it's a depth. I don't know. I guess they see it as like depth that they're going to fill.
But JT Tuimoloau was the third string last year. Like, do you trust him to immediately go in and start? I think you have to have some sort of a competition there.
Yeah, I agree with you. It definitely should be listed with them losing KWD.
Now, do they have one that really fits their play style? Maybe not. DJ Parker's a little smaller than I think they would like. Gabe Jackass is
I could see
in that
Parker.
conversation.
I could see
I
Parker.
could
Parker,
I guess
Hal-
he's kind of like Latu. I'm taking
Hal
Parker.
seems crazy that he's here, but
He doesn't
I
seem
don't
like
think
this
the Colts
style
would go
guy.
that
Cassius
way.
Howell's going to
Yeah.
go be a Falcon.
well, guess who's going to go to the Falcon? Yep, Cassius Howell.
Vikings got CJ Allen.
Not gonna lie, for not having a first round pick, that's kind of a sick pick for the Falcons.
That is pretty sick pick
with
for the
what
With-
has
Yeah,
unfortunately
current
happened.
events having played out the way that they've
Yeah.
played out. Shout out. I'm just gonna keep giving shout outs until eventually I get shot.
Would they like D'Angelo Pons or Brandon Cease? Do they need a corner? Did we already discuss this? We probably did.
So it's
got it.
weird because they could use a corner, but
Byron
they
Murphy.
don't really use a slot. They,
That's true.
you know,
True. They don't. Yeah.
they really need a safety, but that's cooked now at this point. I mean, I'm not going
Probably.
Kamari Ramsey,
Yeah.
as much as I love the guy. Unless they want to move Byron Murphy to safety, which I really wouldn't hate, actually.
Yeah.
And Isaiah Rodgers, I don't think... I know he played pretty well, but, you know, maybe he's going to go gamble his life savings away again. So I think that I should probably give him a contingency plan.
Yeah. There's some corners here I like that would probably start over him.
I think Cease
Obviously,
is probably
Jadarian Price
more
is-
of their player.
Well, it's also hard to tell. They're on a GM now, so what do their coaching staff want to do?
That's a
You
fair
know,
point.
like who knows what they're gonna do? No idea.
Does Jadarian
I think-
Price feel more like a Viking than Jonah Coleman or Mike Washington?
I think Price is gonna go
Probably.
before Coleman, even though I like Coleman a little better. I think Price will go before him. Unless Coleman just runs
You know what?
decently well at his
No.
pro day.
Apparently, they're shopping Jonathan Grenard. If they move him, I know they have Dallas Turner and Van Ginkel, but Van Ginkel is not super young, and I still feel like it's a position where they could use some help.
Or Mason Thomas.
Yep.
Gabe Yakis.
Or Mason Thomas.
I took Messy Door. So tell me that Pons or Scott are not ankle biters, kneecap biters.
Uh huh.
I was gonna go center, and I was actually gonna go also was thinking about Lomu at left tackle to like eventually start, and I think that low key is probably the right move, but I think their secondary has just been so bad that like it's hard for me not to take Pons. I think Pons is such a, and I think Scott is too. I just think Pons is going to go before him. You have their depth chart pulled up, right? Nickel, yeah, dude, they're losing both their nickelbacks.
Which is why I actually think they would go
I
Scott
like
personally.
but I think Pons can play slot too.
He can. I'm not saying that he can't, but then they could keep Scott.
I know he didn't really play, and I know people are like, oh, it's because he's short.
They both have extremely similar tape to me.
Scott played slot like all year.
Yes.
And he did not play like much outside. He played more safety than he did, I think, outside corner last year. Could be wrong.
Not technically, but close.
If
you look at his player ratings on PFF, he had a 72, a 48, and an 89. He went from slot to outside, like boundary corner to slot. So it's pretty clear that he's going to stick in the slot.
I'm 180ing it. I don't think Caleb Lomu should still be here. I'm going Caleb Lomu.
I like that. It also helps because Taylor Decker was seriously considering retirement this year.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Like, he doesn't have to play this year. He can sit, and then if Decker wants to retire next year, cool. He got Lomu.
Panthers. I'm thinking wide receiver.
I think if they went wide receiver, they probably want like a field stretcher. So like I can see Brazil.
Yeah, but I was thinking Brazil, but then like I'm not saying they're the same player at all. They're not the same player, but like Ted McMillan is also like big and fast, you know? And that's not a reason to not take him, and I think that they would have different roles in the offense. I don't disagree with that.
I could see them liking Jeremy or Skylar too. Truly.
Yeah,
as like the slot.
Hold on. I want to give him Pons.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Or Yakis. They're losing DJ Wanham. They still have Princely, who I think is okay. They have Scorton. Maybe they wouldn't. They just kind of invested in that last year. What did I just say I was going to give him?
Pons or Yakis?
I don't really want to do either of those things. F it. Skylar Bell.
F it, we Bell.
Yep.
Well, I think I'm probably going to give Yakis to the Packers.
I like that.
Does he have the length they like, though? I think he's a little, not short, but like, I think he's a little shorter. Yeah.
Yes. Caleb Tiernan.
Yeah. Seems early, but I could see them liking him.
Northwestern offensive tackle with
6'7". Yeah, I could see them liking him. I could see them liking Big Citrus, Dominic Orange as well.
Yep.
But he's also, I mean, it doesn't matter that he's further down, but I think he's definitely their type.
I agree. Grayson Hamilton is less so, but
it definitely wouldn't take Pons. I could see them taking Cease, though.
Yeah.
I definitely could see them going that route if they were going to go corner.
They never cease to amaze me.
I think I'm going to go that way. I'm doing him or Big Orange, I think. Those are the two that are sticking out to me. I think they like Daryl Jackson, too, but that's way early for him. Yeah. But, like, that's the type of defensive lineman that they like.
Yeah.
What do they need more? I know they need a tackle. Sadly, I just don't think Tiernan. I mean, maybe.
He just feels like a Packer to me.
He does. I mean, not even lying. He was the first player that hit my
Mhm.
that caught my eye too.
Especially with
Fuck it.
Rasheed Walker leaving in free
Tiernan.
agency. Yeah.
Yep, Tiernan. Just do it.
Steelers, I gave Jeremy McCoy in the first round. I could give him Jeremy Bernard in the second.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Makes you think. You got to go wide receiver with one of the first two picks. You can't not.
You have to. You have to. You guys are stuck
Question
into
is,
that.
which one do you
sadly.
want? Do you want Chase Claypool 2.0 and Malachi Fields?
I think I'd go Jeremy. Personally, I think he would be a good complement to DK.
Yeah.
I'm not even a big Jeremy guy, but at this point,
I think Jeremy.
I wouldn't height Surratt either. Surratt would be a nice 2. Like he's not a burner, but he's gonna get open for Rodgers. Like with Rodgers, I could see Surratt being pretty good. But I think long term, I'd rather have Jeremy a little bit, but they're close for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Eagles got Rodriguez in the first.
Rodrigo. I don't know if they'll have a tight end. Maybe Njoku. They definitely could still use more edge help. Would they like Gabe Yakis?
I think so.
I believe so as well, and that's what I'm going to do.
Or Josh Joseph's the Derek Barnett replacement.
That was also I was going to say that. Derek Moore, I can see that too. But we're going to go with Yakis. I think Yakis is going to go a little earlier. So
you gave the Chargers Caden Proctor.
Big O. Actually,
Yes.
not to influence your pick because I think it might be too early. Where is he at? Whoa, where is he at? How far down is he?
Who?
Hang on. Did I pass him? Wow.
Who? Caleb Proctor.
Corleone. When
yeah.
is it 99? When Harbaugh was watching him do his on-field stuff, his jaw was just dropped.
Yeah.
And that he was just like, dude. So.
Yeah, but I could give him Caleb Proctor.
Oh man, you got to do it right.
I almost clicked it just for the memes, but I'm not going to. Yeah, Corleone.
Daryl Jackson. Sweet. Corleone.
Jags'
first
pick.
Jags' first pick. They need a center, huh? They need a center.
Allegedly.
Don't hate Sam Peck for them.
We have Robert Hainsey and Jonah Monheim.
Don't hate Sam Peck for them. Don't hate Big O.
I was so huge on Jonah Monheim last year, man.
I don't know. It's like a later pick.
Yeah. I wanted him for the Steelers in the 6th or 7th round.
Kamar Ramsey.
Wouldn't hate that. Did you already say Big Orange for them?
Yeah, I did. I think Sam Peck's going to go early. He had a crazy good Senior Bowl. I think he's going to go in this range possibly. So I think he'll be the first center taken if I had to guess. Him or Lou. And I know Slaughter is interesting too. I just think I don't know. I'm a little afraid, not afraid, but I think that for picking in the second round, he's safe. But I think that there's a is he going to be a 2 contract?
Cornerback, man.
I know there's some good corners, but the fact that they're going to use Travis Hunter at corner,
right? But they're losing Greg Newsome and Monteric Brown. Even with Travis Hunter starting at cornerback, even if he plays every down at cornerback,
fair,
they still need another one.
Yeah, well, too late. I already picked it, but that is a good call out.
I'm sorry. Who'd you go?
Heck.
All right. What the heck?
Yeah.
Peter Woods, and they have 2 picks in the next 3. So.
It's like a Kamar Ramsey type of a game.
Seems like
2 in the next 3.
I feel like Anthony Hill is going to go in this range, man. I understand that PFF now thinks he's 92. I get that, but this feels like a team that can go after him.
Pull the trigger. Do it.
I'm going to. Anthony Hill, 57.
Niners went Zion Young. Obviously, you could just give him a USC safety again, like we've talked the past 2 weeks.
Or you can give him Chris Brazil.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Another
Better
give him a new
Jawan
Tennessee
Jennings.
wide receiver. Has more speed to him. They need wide receiver pretty bad. I think that's probably what I'll do. Let me take a look at. There's not any guards, right? That I would take here. Yeah, Brazil it is.
Thank God, because I already clicked it.
Oh, okay.
Whoops.
No, it all worked out. You already knew.
Yeah, the Texans, obviously, they still need running back. It's their biggest need. I think I'm going to give him Slaughter. I know it feels early, and I know that you just had this whole conversation about
No,
Louisville.
I mean
get
I could
that.
see him going there. I feel better with him in the third.
I get that. I just looking at the board
I'm
where it is. I don't see an like that. We gave him McDonald and Basantis already. They
right.
still
This would be a
need
good trade back spot if we were like insane enough to be doing that in the second round.
correct,
You know what I mean?
correct. If we hadn't been live for 7 hours already, then I would
Yeah.
consider doing that. I guess they still have Jake Andrews for another year. Ugh. They could use another defensive lineman. Honestly, they're losing all of them. I know that you talked about that earlier.
Yep.
Let me
Indeed.
look. Let me look at that real quick. I mean, yeah, Caden McDonald and Big O.
Indeed.
Even if they wanted to go Grayson Hamilton to get something different at the D line, but I feel like they just like the two beefy guys, in the middle. Rankins and
Yeah.
Tim Settle, Mario Edwards
Yeah.
and Tommy Togiai, like Kurt Heinisch.
Daryl Jackson, I could see, but yeah, I think
It's way early, but I
big,
also feel like
big
Jake Keenan is their
citrus.
kind of guy too. But yeah, I'm giving him Dominique.
The Why did I think I was picking for the Rams here? I've been thinking about the Rams. I'm a fucking idiot. Bears. Now I'm not prepared at all, except I am because I'm gonna do
Kamari
the thing that I
Ramsey.
told you I might do, and they get another defender. Go my Rams.
I like that.
Now I got to think about the Broncos now. Wow, we're talking about
Rams,
the Rams.
Halsey, and Miller. They no longer need cornerback, really, so I'm not going to consider that unless I look at their roster and determine that they could use another one, which I might, even though I've looked at this roster 7 times today, and I don't remember what I've done. They could probably still use another one. Okay, so, Brandon Cease, you're a Ram.
That's what I was gonna probably do with them too. I've been sitting there thinking about that. Man, the Broncos just get pawns and have three really good slots, and none of them can play all at the same time. Like, or not even a slot, but just another corner. But we're gonna have Pons and
You gotta
Pons
go
is still here.
Price here,
Scott's still
right? If
here.
he's here. I feel like this is in range.
No, for sure it is. Do I like him more than Coleman and Washington? Is my thing. I think.
That's fair.
Man, I don't. I could see all three of those guys for different reasons. If Washington didn't have the fumbles, I think he is the most dynamic
Mm-hmm.
and in size. Like he's everything
He,
Sean Payton likes.
correct.
And Sean Payton did say something about last year. He said this recently. Like he said last year there was a running back that had fumbling problems that we really liked. I'm assuming he was talking about what's his name to the Jags, who I also really liked because he had fumbling problems. What's his name? I can't think of his name. Running back rookie for the Jags last year.
Bashal Tootin.
Thank you. He had
Just
fumbling
kidding.
problem. I'm assuming.
Spatial
I'm
Tootin? Was it
assuming.
Bashal Tootin?
Yep, it was. Yep.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming that's who he's talking about because he was really good but had fumbling problems, and he was talking about how they don't care about that as much because they know how to coach that out of players.
Fair.
So maybe they don't care about that.
Fair. He
Jonah
also does feel like
Coleman
the best compliment to Harvey out of the three. Well, Coleman.
I think
could be
Coleman does too.
Yeah.
I think Price is a little redundant, like kind of like I don't know. I just there's something about Price that is not doesn't feel right to me.
The price is wrong.
I have them all similarly ranked in like for like I could obviously see them going like earlier second, but I think all of them for me are like late two to third, like somewhere on the mid to late day two. It's kind of where I feel like I would be okay taking them. I'd feel way better all of them in the third round, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was considering like Trotter for a little bit, and then I was considering a wide receiver. I was considering like, would they be crazy enough to take like just a shot on somebody? Like, I don't think they would take Branch. Like Surratt seems like another Vele type of guy
Mm-hmm.
that we were kind of missing. He catches like everything. But I'm gonna give him Mike Washington just to be like crazy. Like I just feel like
I like
he's
it.
an athletic like specimen, and if you can get that fumbling issue down, him
Mm-hmm.
and Harvey is a nice little combo.
100%. 100%. I like that a lot. Patriots want wide receiver in the first. They could use everything. Uh,
I think a guard, but wait, who's there?
So bad,
Yeah,
man. Like
wouldn't hate.
I really don't like this team for just having been in the Super Bowl. I know that that seems stupid and probably
They didn't deserve it. I like Kyle Lewis for them. I think though that linebacker
I do
or Trotter.
too, but I'm just
Kind of like both.
I'm thinking I kind of want to give him Pawns.
Yeah. If you don't, I might give them to Seattle because I literally just talked about it in their first pick. Like, oh, maybe I'll go Pons, and then talk me out of it a
Actually,
little bit.
I like Josh Josephs for him. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Good call out. Good call out. How do I not take Pons?
By taking Scott. By taking Jadarian Price because the Super Bowl MVP is on the market and he's not coming back. Because you're taking Connor Liu.
No, I mean they could definitely use it. I don't know that they go too interior of their first two picks. I just doubt
Dude,
they do that.
he won Executive of the Year. He's going to
I
be
know, but I just
geeked
doubt.
up.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
He's going to be geeked up. No, they need their Rashid Shaheed replacement. That's why you go Zachariah Branch.
Brazil was there, I would do that. It's just there's too many other good players. If they lose Kenny Walker for sure, I mean, I would assume they sign somebody else for cheaper. They're not going into with no. I mean, Charbonnet is not going to play right away.
Yeah, they're gonna bring ETN in.
That'd be something.
They're gonna let Kenny Walker walk in free agency and wind up paying Travis Etienne more money than what Kenny Walker got because they're gonna be desperate.
Something as well. This won't happen. In terms of fits though, I kind of like Emmett Johnson for them, like in the third round. Probably not now, but like he's
I like that.
he's a good complement to Charbonnet.
Mm-hmm.
Charbonnet for them, like they use him as a third down back. He's pretty good. He's decent at pass blocking. He's good at catching the ball. But like in terms of running, like,
right,
just running in general. I mean, like he's okay on outside zone runs, but like
they basically use him as a scat back, which makes sense because he's shit. You know,
he's a big scat back. Coleman would be good because he doesn't. He's not like he can catch, but it's not like his thing. Like he's not known for doing. I mean, like he had 31 catches for 300 something yards. Like that's not bad for like a college season. Price is the guy though that just doesn't. They don't throw it to him. I'm gonna go Price to be boring.
I like it.
I'm gonna go Price.
I like it.
I think he probably goes next out of those guys.
I like it.
He probably goes second, but whatever. Boomski's in the chat. We lost the game.
I like this. I mean, it was, again, we got a little spicy with a couple things. Board fell weird
wasn't
for
our
some
spiciest
teams
draft.
and great for
Definitely
other
wasn't
things.
our spiciest draft.
No, the second week where I took 2 guards in the first 14 picks.
Oh. I guess my Cooper at 20 ended up maybe not being that spicy of a pick, but I guess we'll see.
I was heavily considering it.
Whatever.
At 21 this time. Yeah.
That's what I'm at, 21.
I know.
Sweet.
Hell yeah. All right, we will be back next week. Free agency will have started by that point. We'll start getting a
Yeah.
better handle on how things are going to be going. Start to
Excited.
have some sense of how these things are going to shake out, what positions are still going to be needs. NFL free agency always moves pretty quick to start. There's usually going to be a flurry of moves that happen pretty much right away. Um, some of these trades are going to be made official, things like that. So should be fun. Should be exciting. We'll throw in some more trades next week, I'm sure, as well. Again, as we see these things start to shake out. And yeah,
Yep. I'm excited. Should be fun.
hell yeah. But all right, thank you all for being here, Seth. Thanks for swinging by. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Be well. Be safe. Peace.